Hello, hello, hello. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Test. Mic test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And Kerala, Bihar. If they are present, please give your soft copy to the and as usual the next presentations will be going on. So please make it convenient and please help us by joining all these. And very great good morning to you all, and once again it's a warm welcome because I am in a doubt whether to say warm welcome or cool welcome because of your stepping the climate has been changed, and it is showing that how to face all the situations in different places, because we have never seen Guntur like this previously. Of course, sometimes we just face all this. During summer, we expected the hot air and hot blows and all this. But yesterday, there was a thunder showers and a heavy raining was there. Anyway, it's also a great sign for us. We will face everything, whatever it is and however it is, we accept. So, I think you bear everything with us, and thank you so much for your kind cooperation and participation all the time. And your active and inspiring presence made us to continue and to encourage our works further. And now, I request all the participants to be seated. Okay. Once again, I request the teams who are going to present will be in the same way. First, Haryana, and then the second presentation will be by the state of Kerala, and third is Bihar, and fourth one is Ladakh. So, may I request the Kerala participants, and Kerala soft copy must be presented here. Soon after the completion of Haryana's presentation, Kerala must be ready with their presentation. So may I request whether the Kerala participants are here to give the soft copy? Can you please raise your session, which made you to think more and more beyond our imaginations. We thank you for your active participation and continued enthusiasm. Let's begin the day with the same spirit of collaboration and commitment that this national initiative truly deserves. So, welcome once again to you all, sir. How is Guntur? How is this place, Guntur? Would like to say something? Have you tasted the dishes which are prepared in Guntur, the local dishes? Yeah? You did not. Oh, okay. But when you visit these places, I think some of you are familiar with the dishes which are famous here. Especially, this is the hot place. That's why chilies are the best and famous items here. Guntur chili is world famous chili powder or chili marketing is there. So I think all cannot enjoy that because it may be a little spicy and but it adds taste. Anyway, visiting that Mirchiyard also may be the good experience to you all. Anyway, now whether Haryana team is ready, if the Haryana team is ready, then we can start this program, the session with Haryana presentation. Okay, and there was a request from some of the states that they would like to have the soft copies from the yesterday's presentations, and we requested the team to give that to the local licensing team so that you can look into that and you also can pursue further. So the soft copies will be shared, and today's presentations also, the soft copies will be given to the license team, and so that they will distribute you. And it may be whether if you want to look into that once again, you can have that vision. So this will be done by this workshop, and thank you. May I request Haryana team to be forward to come and present their. Sir, are you from Haryana? Would like to say something? Have you tasted the dishes which are prepared in Guntur, the local dishes? Yeah? You did not. Oh, okay. But when you visit these places, I think some of you are familiar with the dishes which are famous here. Especially, this is the hot place. That's why they have changed their mind. Haryana is not going to present now itself. As per the schedule, they are going to present in the last form of that. So, may I request Kerala? Bihar? Is there the team of Bihar ready? Ma'am, have a vibrant morning. So shall we start with you? Are you ready? Okay, let us give a big hand to her, and she is ready to present this. Actually, her schedule is the second one. Welcome, ma'am. Really great to see you here. Let us join hands together to appreciate her presentation. Let us invite Bihar now. Sir. We are delighted to invite the delegates from Bihar, a state that has made commendable studies in the implementation of survey or resurvey, DILRMP, and Bihar's approach, innovations, and lessons learned in the field of land records. Modernization can serve as a guiding example for others. May I now request the team from Bihar to kindly take the stage and share their valuable experiences and insights with us. Let's welcome the team of Bihar who are spontaneously attending this one, and let's welcome her. Welcome, ma'am. All the best. Good morning, sir. You just made this. Sir. Now may I request Shri Kunal Satyarthi Garu come and give us a valuable introduction.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome, Secretary Sir, Department of Land Resources, and the local officers of Andhra Pradesh and all the other states. I know we are slightly late today to start, but 10:10, good time to start. All the clocks and watches in the world is at 10:10 only, so it's a good time to start. And let's, without wasting any time, I think we should thank Andhra Pradesh for making the effort to have a field visit, which did not succeed, but they made a lot of efforts. We could have spent more time. The idea was to spend 2-3 hours and see how the rovers work, how people feel about the whole program. We could not do that. So, therefore, the questions to Prabhakar has escaped without any questioning currently, but that doesn't mean that Andhra Pradesh has any doubt about what they're doing. There's a lot of conviction about what they're doing. So today also is a packed day. We are starting a bit late, but as per the schedule, we have 4 states to make a presentation. So they are Kerala, Bihar, Ladakh and Haryana. Picked from all the corners of the country, you can see the distribution. Also picked from different technology and different perspective about resurvey. So Kerala is extremely different from what Bihar is doing, from what Ladakh is trying to do, and from what Haryana did and got stuck and is trying to do. So 4 interesting states. We also have kept, depending on how these states utilize the time, we have kept half an hour for other states to share the thoughts. So maybe Madhya Pradesh, if to name a few, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, or Meghalaya is flying drones all across the state. They have some plan. So maybe 5 minutes each, depending on time, you could share your thoughts about, you are in the place where you're just starting or trying to do things, so you could also share your thoughts after hearing to 8 states as to what you plan to do. So, or you can generally talk about what will work in your state and not work in your state, whatever. So I'll request at least these 4 states or anybody else. Tripura is also trying. So anybody else from all these states to also come to the stage and share their thoughts about seeing the presentation of 8 states and what they take back home and what they could do. It is a difficult process to do. Resurvey is not very easy. But what are your thoughts about the technology? What did you hear from others? So that's the full day. The Honorable Minister will arrive at around 12:15 as listed in the schedule. And thereafter, and Secretary Sir's guidance, I'll make a presentation about 3 things, 3 important things. One about how the capital incentive of 2024-25 behaved, because you all have handled your states, and I've seen those mails and phone calls, and Secretary Finances calling up, this is the due, this is what you're giving. So we never shared the whole picture with all the states. It's good to have separate pictures, but today I'll share about what happened in the incentive program state-wise and milestone-wise particularly. And the second would be 2025-26 incentive program. Very brief, I'll share about what is the changes that we have done now. So that is still not approved. So that is not the published version, but that is the version that is lying on the table of the Honorable Minister of Finance for approval. But I'll share those just to be prepared, because we might meet formally after a month or somewhere in the conference. And also our thoughts about Naksha and revenue codes. We are trying to do a few things in interesting things in DOLR, which we will push this year. So I thought it is a good time to share those. So that would be a presentation, followed by Sir's guidance, Secretary Sir, and then the Honorable Minister's speech. And we close exactly on time, or maybe 10 minutes here and there. So I welcome all of you. Without wasting any time, I think we can invite the state of Joshi. Everybody.
Bihar is ready, sir. Instead of Kerala.
Okay. So we'll start with maybe Bihar. Okay.
Bihar is ready, sir.
So we can start with Bihar, followed by Ladakh and Haryana, and I was told that Kerala would be replaced by Odisha.
Okay, sir.
So it says 20 minutes each, but as yesterday everybody got 15 minutes each, so please manage in 15 minutes. And I'll request the other states which are present here but have not spoken. Idea is to encourage everybody to speak 5 minutes about, just speak about what you think your state can do and is trying to do or would do or can't do, anything on that. So, sir, with your permission, sir, we can start. So we can start with Bihar's presentation.
Bihar, sir. Welcome, Bihar team, and let us appreciate her for her presentation. All the best, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, and very warm regards to all the esteemed dignitaries here. I am Pallavi from Directorate of Land Records and Revenue, Bihar, and I am going to present before you the survey experience of our state. So we'll be going through Bihar at a glance, legacy of land records and survey in Bihar, and then we'll see the survey and settlement an introduction starting with cadastral survey, revisional survey, with our main focus on special survey and settlement process, which we are currently doing in our state. And we'll see the stages of special survey and settlement, important features and major challenges and initiatives that our state has taken in this regard. So, Bihar has a total area of 94,163 square kilometers with 45,900 revenue villages in total 38 districts. And also Bihar is one of the highest populated state. Density-wise, we are the highest populated state in the country with 1106 person staying per square kilometer. Coming to the geography and location of Bihar, we are a flood-prone state with frequent floods and other natural disasters. And with that background, we'll move on. This is our main website, Bihar Bhumi, where currently we are providing many kinds of online services related to revenue and land records. And this is the legacy of land records and survey in Bihar. So during British period, we were having permanent settlement with zamindars working as intermediary between the government and the peasants. And in a survey which demarcated the 1985 is the basic backbone of all the revenue acts in Bihar. And under it, section 101 to 115, we conducted cadastral survey 1892 to 1920. And this was the first time during cadastral survey that plot-wise survey and the maps were made. After independence, we had done revisional survey. This was basically the revision of cadastral survey only. And in 1950, Land Reforms Act and Zamindari system was abolished, and all the interest of zamindars were wasted in the state government. Then 2011, we had Bihar Land Mutation Act. And 2017, we started with the digitization of land records. And presently, all the mutation process that we are doing, that is dynamically, we are updating the record of rights. Jamabandi Panji is updated instantly with the mutation process that we are following now. 2011 only, we had Bihar Special Survey and Settlement Act 2011, and the rules were made in 2012. Technical guidelines came in 2019, and we actually started with the special survey process in the year 2019. So we are working in two phases. The first phase we started in 2019 with 20 districts and total of 89 Anchals and 5657 revenue villages. The second phase we started last year in 2024 with all the remaining villages that were left. And presently, so last few months we have made considerable progress, and 912 revenue villages we have done the final publication. Now this is the same we can see cadastral and revisional survey. It was based on BT Act, and special survey is based on a different act. So we'll focus on special survey and settlement. So our main objective is to prepare record of rights as well as maps in digital form, and it has to be updated based on the real ground situation as well as the papers that is presented. So we are using modern technology for that, and also computerized management of land record under single window system. So this is our website for Directorate of Land Records and Survey. We have R2R personal management system. Bhu Sarvekshan software is there. We have Bhu Abhilekh also. Bhu Naksha is there. So we'll move ahead. This is the administrative structure for special survey in Bihar. So at the Anchal level, or we can call Tehsil level, we are having survey camps, and in the survey camp we are having SSASO or Shivir Prabhari. One Shivir Prabhari is there, 2 Kanungo, and then we have Amin, like 1 Amin for 4 different revenue villages. Then we have aerial survey agency also. So this is the department, district level and Anchal level, 3 levels we are having here. And the main stakeholder is one is the agencies, which is providing us the technical support and helping us in map making process. So they are doing the aerial survey for us, taking the ortho photographs and providing the initial maps, as well as at the different stages of survey, whatever correction has to be made, they are doing in the map work. So, stages of special survey in Bihar. So, we can demarcate in 4 stages. We have pre-survey activity, survey, adjudication, and rent fixation, and final publication. For pre-survey activity, we are having a publication in official gadget at the state level. Then at the district level, we are doing proclamation for each and every revenue village, and this is directed towards the Rayat, so that they can prepare themselves for the ongoing survey. Then we collect self-declaration and Vanshavali from the peasants or the landholders, so they can self-declare about the land which they are having. If they are having any papers or anything related to their claim, they can submit through online as well as offline mode. And also we are conducting Gram Sabha, and we have taken number of initiatives for public participation and awareness camping as well. We also prepare a summary of the old Khatiyan. Like we have already, we are having CS, cadastral survey and divisional survey in our state. So we are taking it as a baseline. So we prepare a summary for the previous Khatiyan. Next is the actual survey process. Is basically, we are doing 2 things, Kishtawar and Khanapuri. So in Kishtawar, we are making a map on paper or in digital form, same as what is there reflected in the ground. So we are demarcating the boundary of the village. We are verifying and establishing the tri-junction. We are doing pillar monumentation in that, and each plot we are making a separate map. Then in Khanapuri, we are determining the ownership of the map, the ownership of the plots, and we have a huge process for that also, a detailed process for that. And then we distribute, the first Khanapuri Parcha is a very preliminary form of the record of rights which is going to come up next, and also we distribute these agencies that we are having. Next is the adjudication process. After Khanapuri Parcha and LPM, we invite claims and objections, and these are heard and disposed of. Again, we publish a draft record of rights, and then again we invite claims and objection, and we dispose it. And in Tarmeem or recess process, we actually are checking that whatever changes we have made during the adjudication process is reflected in the ROR as well as in the map, and every detail is correct. We are cross-checking it. Then we have settlement of rent roll. We are fixing rent based on a table which we are already having a table for rent fixation, and then we go for final publication. And even after final publication, we have the option for inviting claims and objections which can be done. So these are the stages. And finally, we are having record of rights and map in digital form. And Section 14 of Special Survey and Settlement Act says that maintenance of records in the digital form is the central idea through which we have been working in this phase. This is our final record of rights, Adhikar Abhilekh, and this is the property card which is issued after that. Next, we'll see some important features. So when we are doing the survey, we are using the hybrid method for site verification. That is, we are using aerial photography as well as ground truthing, and we are doing 100% ground truthing of each and every plot that is there in the state. Publicity and awareness campaign, we are giving much importance to that, so that we are having a wide participation of people. Recently, we also started with Nukkad Natak, and we are doing widespread advertisement through social media sites and newspaper, and even door-to-door visit by Amin to collect the Swaghoshna or the self-declaration by the Rayat, as we are working in second phase right now. Now, we have established ground control points, primary, secondary, and tertiary ground control points. And pillar monumentation, one example is there where we have fixed the tri-junction here. And this is the diagram for Kishtawar process, base mapping, demarcation of plots as well as revenue villages, and ground verification. So this is the initial map which we received from the aerial agency, and this is the Kishtawar completed and updated map. And we are also having a magic map and geographical information compilation, which gives us the guideline for map making process basically. And there is one example that we had faced in the first phase was that there was a problem of gap and overlap between the two villages. And then we started to take villages in a cluster form, 2, 3 or 4 adjacent villages together, so that we do not have such kind of problem. So we start working in cluster form right from the verification of tri-junction or establishing the tri-junction point. Then this is the Khanapuri work where we are determining the ownership for each and every land parcel. We are constituting Khanapuri parties as well, and apart from the self-declaration submitted by the Rayat, we are preparing Yadasht Panji, then we are having Form 6 Khesra Panji, and based on that, we are having the Khanapuri work. Then this is the LPM, Land Parcel Map and Parcha Distribution by Agency. We are also having map and record based entitlement. This is also a guidelines for the adjudication process, right from the Khanapuri to when we are inviting claims at different stages. In different cases, what should be done, it is compiled here. So one of the example that is given in the marble is regarding the adjudication in case of record of rights have to be made when a land has emerged in the river or it has come out of the river. So whatever land goes inside the river area, we consider it as one single plot. And when, if during the time of survey, the land is inside the river, then in our record of rights, we'll enter it as government land only. And whenever it comes out of the river area, then we can again assign it as Raiti Bhumi. So this time in the remarks column of Khesra Panji Form 6 we are exactly mentioning that earlier it was a Raiti plot and what was the area and under whose name it should be there if it goes back to the Raiti land when it comes out. Everything we are mentioning there, because earlier we have faced cases when once the land comes out of river and in the previous Khatiyan, say for example in revisional survey, it has been entered government land, and once it comes out, it actually is a Raiti land, so it had created a confusion earlier. Then we have feature layer, physical features in Form 6, that is our Khesra Panji. We are entering around, we are having 177 different physical features that we have identified, and during the Kishtwar process only, we are entering whatever schools, hospital, or anything that is there, we are entering in that form. So it will be also helpful in the GIS layer and in future decision making if we want to locate all the hospitals or all the primary schools in a particular area. Then we are giving the option for objections and hearing at different stages, as we have just discussed. Now we'll just look at some of the major initiatives and challenges and initiatives of our state. So the most important challenge is that our record of rights as well as map, they are more than 100 years ago old, and they are not in a very good position. So we have started with and we had also done with the digitization of old survey maps. We have created record room, and we are done with the scanning of Khatiyan's Panji 2. And we have also started the program of doorstep delivery of revenue maps. And Bihar is the first state in India which is providing doorstep delivery for maps. When we receive online order, we provide doorstep delivery of all the maps, and it has been in great demand in our state. This is Bhu Naksha portal. Apart from doorstep delivery, all the maps are also available online through which anyone can see. Next is that in our previous records, the unit of measurements of the lands were not standardized. We have made the standard units for measurement now. Also many outdated terms related to zamindari periods were there. We have removed all those terms. Scales, we have made it uniform. Like some example, Khewat number and Toji number was mentioned in our previous Khatiyan's RORs that we no longer use. Then in the previous Khatiyan, we had a classification of land in a number of ways. Since the terms were taken from zamindari system or even before that period, so a number of different kind of lands were classified. But now we are doing the classification in just 8 types, including the Raiti Zameen. Then the previous record of rights that we were having and other revenue records also, They were in Urdu, Farsi, and mostly in Kaithi's script. So we have taken an initiative for training the survey personnel in Kaithi's script. We have also released a book for the same, and that is available in the market as well as online for public as well as anyone who is interested for the same. Then one of the major problem was regarding public participation. Since we had already gone through the first phase, and we were having several issues in that. So for the second time, we have expanded the time limits for the various stages that we had just discussed, and so that in collecting and submitting the documents of the land owned by the Rayat, there is no problem in that. And we have also extended the same, like if somebody has not given, they were not aware or due to any other reason, if they have not submitted their record of land revenue earlier, then even after final publication, the notified officer may condone the delay in filing claims and objection. So we have made that provision also. And apart from that, since we were having old record of rights, and in many cases people were not having the papers till date with them. It may be due to long time or due to natural disasters, or basically because in most of the families in Bihar, they have not done the partition over 2 or 3 generations. So we were having major issues with the record of rights or any kind of proof that many people they were not having. So we have made various relaxations in that in December last year, so that with the minimum number of paper or minimum paper, we can go and proceed with the survey proceedings. Okay, so another example was regarding the oral exchange of land. For that also we had made very easy provision that even if the papers are not having, with the consent of the parties, we can move ahead with the ROR. Then other initiatives include different softwares, MIS monitoring system, and the most important is Survey Tracker, which is a mobile application which can be downloaded by the public as well as any official has a separate login for the same. And the future prospect for survey and settlement lies that it will facilitate spatial as well as textual mutation process in the coming days. And land records will continuously remain updated. It will reduce land disputes. And further moving ahead, we'll be using modern technology for our day-to-day measurement for all the revenue works. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think it is we all imagine that it is a very extremely difficult task in a heavily populous area where the maps are frozen in 1920 and inheritance is frozen for 3 generations. Bringing all that on board and making new maps and ROR would be a extremely difficult job. Now, we also understand that you have recruited a lot of manpower recently and trained them, almost more than 10,000.
Yes, sir.
Now, with this such a huge, nobody believes that, very plainly speaking, that it is such an easy process that as Bihar is portraying. What are the timelines? When do you want to finish this job with elections around the corner, and what is the timeline for the state government to complete the process, and both in resurveyed villages and the niches? Because I've seen your records.
Yes, sir.
And the Form 2 Panjan register is a different domain. The ROR and cadastral map are kept like Bible; they're not touched there, and the registers are mutated. So this huge issue, and a lot of people living outside Bihar.
Yes, sir.
How do you solve this mess of problem, and how do you want to go through? Very difficult question, but if you can answer, it would be
yes, sir. Even
soothing.
we are receiving Swaghosna from people abroad. So we are receiving complaints from there also if the site is not working or any other kind of problem if there exists. So regarding the timelines for the first phase that we started in 2019, we are determined to complete it by the year end, by December 2025. And for the second phase, the timeline is that December 2026. And in case if there is some revenue village which is very larger in size, then for that those areas it may extend till March 2027. So this is what.
27 you are completing almost like Andhra Pradesh. So same target.
So this is what we have set the target for us as of now.
So what's the progress as of now? How many villages have you completed?
So in the first phase, we started with around 5,600 plus villages, and 912 villages we have done the final publication. We are done with 912, and another 300 villages are in row, which will be done by this month end. So approximately 1,200 villages will be done by this month end. Out of 5,000 in first phase, the remaining we started in the second phase.
So what is the size of your village, average size of the village?
Sir, it may depend. We are having plots up to 500 in number, or it may go up to 6,000 plots in one village also. So it depends. So we start with smaller villages and then we go for the bigger ones.
So around 500 to 1,000 landowners are there per village.
Yes. Or it can be lesser also, depending upon how many land holdings they are having. We have smaller villages also.
How much time it has taken for completion of each village?
So for the first phase, we started in 2019 and final publication we did in January 2025. So it took us a lot of time because we were struck at different stages at different times. But this time we are going to, we have now paced up the speed, and we are going to make a considerable progress. Like we are in 2 phases, we have already done the final publication and completed it. The third is also in the row, and we are continuously doing it and will be done by this year end.
So vectorization is doing by your people or private agencies? Vectorization.
Vectorizations are by private agency. So whenever there is any changes, it's done by the private agency. That 3 different agencies we are having.
So how many levels of quality check is there?
So quality check at ground level, we are having Shivir level quality check. We are having Amin, Kanungo and SSASO. They are having different targets. Apart from that, from district level, charge officer is there and settlement officer is there. They are also checking randomly. Like for settlement officer, 1% of all the available Khesras for Kishtawar or for Khanapuri process, they have to randomly check. So it's done very thoroughly, and every person in the hierarchy has to do some kind of, some percentage of the checking, and the Amin has to do 100% of all the checking himself.
So are you getting support from revenue department
Yes, yes,
for
sir.
survey
Yes, sir.
along with the regular administration?
Yes, sir, very much.
Good.
मेरे आपसे 2 छोटे छोटे सवाल थे।
जी सर।
एक तो 912 विलेज में जहां आपने फाइनल रिकॉर्ड प्रोमलगेट किया है,
जी सर।
तो वहां पब्लिक का क्या रिएक्शन है या क्या फीडबैक है?
सर अभी उसके बाद हम लोग जो मोटेशन प्रोसेस में आएंगे, तो वो जो लैंड रिकॉर्ड्स हम पब्लिश किए हैं वो अभी अंचल में एज अ जमाबंदी ट्रांसलेट होना बाकी है, एंड वी आर डेवलपिंग अ सॉफ्टवेयर जिससे अभी तक हम लोग सिर्फ रिकॉर्ड ऑफ राइट्स जमाबंदी को अपडेट कर रहे थे मोटेशन में। तो अभी जो हम लोग पायलट फेज में शुरू करेंगे, तो रिकॉर्ड ऑफ राइट्स और मानचित्र जो हमारा मैप है, दोनों एक साथ रियल टाइम में अपडेट होगा। उसके लिए वी आर और हम लोग IIT रुड़की के साथ कोलैबोरेशन में हैं फॉर डेवलपिंग और मेकिंग चेंजेस इन द सॉफ्टवेयर, सो दैट हैज टू बी सीन सर।
तो मैप और रिकॉर्ड मतलब ओवरऑल जो रिकॉर्ड है वो अभी लागू होना बाकी है?
जी।
ओके। सेकंड बात, जैसे जो भी आप फाइनल प्रोमलगेट करेंगे, इसमें किसी को स्टिल कोई आपत्ति रहती है तो उसके लिए क्या रिकॉर्ड्स है, कहाँ जा सकता है वो?
सर फाइनल प्रोमलगेट हम लोग कर दिए, जो फाइनल पब्लिकेशन कह रहे हैं, उसके बाद हम लोग स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के में गैजेट पब्लिकेशन कर चुके हैं और वो फिर जमाबंदी में ट्रांसलेट होगी। उसके बाद भी अगर किसी को कोई ऑब्जेक्शन रहता है तो आफ्टर फॉर्म 20 ऑल्सो वी हैव द ऑब्जेक्शन ऑफ सेटलमेंट ऑफ क्लेम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्शन। तो फिलहाल सेटलमेंट ऑफिसर के स्तर पे है और उसमें भी हम लोग अभी कुछ और चेंजेस करने जा रहे हैं ताकि पब्लिक को अगर परेशानी हो तो डायरेक्ट कोर्ट में ना जाया जाए और हम लोग इंटरनली उसमें चेंजेस कर सकें।
और लास्ट क्वेश्चन, पुराने रिकॉर्ड ऑफ राइट के मुकाबले मौके पे पोजीशन यदि कुछ कम मिलता है तो क्या पॉलिसी है आपकी? आप वो दर्ज करते हैं? कोई लिमिट्स हैं या क्या पॉलिसी है इसमें?
सर हम लोग तो ग्राउंड कंडीशन, जो ग्राउंड पे जो पोजेशन है, पोजेशन प्लस पेपर्स दोनों ही देखते हैं. तो रिसेंटली अभी हमने बताया भी कि हमने अगर किसी के पास पेपर नहीं है तो हमने उनको काफ़ी छूट दे दी है. जैसे अगर हम ग्राउंड पे जाते हैं और किसी प्लॉट पे उसके पास पेपर नहीं है, लेकिन अगर उसके चौहद्दीदार बाउंड्री में किसी के भी पेपर्स में उनका नाम अगर दर्ज होता है तो हम फिर भी उनके नाम से खाता खोलेंगे. तो हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अगर रहती खाते की ज़मीन है तो उसमें हम लोग जो भी कैसा भी अगर पेपर आता है या फिर मेमो ऑफ इंस्पेक्शन भी बनाने का है तो वो सब करके भी अगर हम लोग कर सकते हैं तो करेंगे. अगर कुछ नहीं मिलता है तो फिर बिहार सरकार के नाम से खाता खोल दिया जाएगा.
जी जी, थैंक यू.
So you are not relying on your own records at all. And why is that?
Sir, we are relying on that. Sir, we are making theories that we are taking the abstract of old Khatian. But in case it's very old and nobody is there at present जो उनके वंशावली से उस ग्राउंड पे अभी हमें मिले, उन सब केसेस में सर दिक्कत है. अगर प्रेजेंट उनका रसीद कट रहा है तब भी कोई इशू नहीं है सर. वी आर टेकिंग इट एज देयर. बट अगर किसी ने ज़मीन खरीदी और कभी मोटेशन नहीं कराया, उस केस में प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. या फिर पुराना खतियान है और उनके अगर वंशावली के द्वारा अगर वो दिखाते हैं कि उनके वंशज हैं तब भी कोई इशू नहीं है सर. बट अगर कहीं से कोई रिलेशन नहीं आ रहा है तो उस केसेस में दिक्कत है. या फिर ग्राउंड पे अगर कोई मिलता नहीं है तो उसमें भी सर कहीं कहीं इशू आ जा रहा है.
I think we can go on and on for Bihar, but we have a lot of questions. But anyway, we'll curtail it now. Thank you so much, Bihar. I think it is a huge task that you're trying to do. I hope you succeed. Is the wishes from everybody here. But if you succeed in the parameter that you have, it would be a tremendous achievement for the state of Bihar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So next we take Ladakh. Ladakh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your kind
Okay, so we
presentation.
now take up, I think if we take Odisha, it is quite similar. We take up Ladakh, just to have a fresh air from the mountains. Ladakh
Okay,
has
sir.
just started and started well. It's a new state, just started, not so complex as Bihar, but they're doing quite interesting work.
Despite tough terrain and climatic conditions, Ladakh has adopted innovative strategies and shown commitment towards land record modernization. May I now invite the delegates from Ladakh to come forward and share their valuable presentation. Welcome, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. So, very good morning to all of you. So before starting, I just want to make a point that compared to the rest of states, Ladakh is not that complicated. It's a very small place and the land records are comparatively much cleaner. So by grace of God, we are able to put up a very smooth process in digitalization. So let me begin. So just like sir, other states clearly stated that before starting the survey, the first thing that we do is that we provide a notification in the village and inform the village head for sensitizing the people about the process, about the digitization process that is about to begin in their village. After that, there's a Gram Sabha type of activity and the village gathers for the resurvey activity. One thing I would like to say that Ladakh is going for 100% resurvey of each and every parcel. So we are not using what some states say that they're using their earlier record of rights, and where there is matching of ROR and ground position, they are not doing any survey. It's not so. In Ladakh, we are doing 100% resurvey of each and every land parcel. So the previous RORs maps we use to the extent so that in the new survey, we take only those plots which are recorded in the earlier RORs. So the earlier previous maps are used new land or no new possession which was not recorded earlier is claimed by any villagers. So that is the extent to which we use the earlier RORs. So we scan the earlier maps and use them as a Chamunda. Not working, sir. Yes. So for example, if this is a previous map, we just scan it, digitize it, and everybody knows, I hope, Chamunda. It is a rough sketch which is used on ground for doing a new survey. So after the rough sketch is prepared using the previous ROR, we do the demarcation activity on the ground, and every point is flagged, marked for the vendor, the surveyors to be inducted, and then the survey is completed. So once we collect the survey data and all the land parcels, so it is quality checked and ensured that there is no variation with the previous ROR to the extent of land parcels. So once this process is complete, so we published it to take the claims and objections. I have a detailed slides regarding the publication events. So this is basically again the same thing that what we do before a survey, during a survey, and after the survey. And for information of all, that we are using the latest Survey of India course technology, which uses the RTK method of capturing a particular point. It's a real-time process where the rovers connect with the course network of the Survey of India, and in the real time we take the coordinates. There is no need for establishing primary, secondary, or tertiary control points. So now after all these process, we have also tried with a new portal. We have outsourced the activity, and now we have a portal in place where all the surveyed villages, we are uploading them, their textual data, their spatial data, we are linking them, and for the first time what we have done, we have tried to link it with the NGDRS, the National Generic Registration of, for documents used by most of the states, I hope. So we have used that portal to link the survey data of Ladakh. I just have a slide on that. So this is our state at a glance. Very small state and very less land parcels. So we have completed, as of now, we have completed the survey and publication in nearly 40 villages. And we are ready with the spatial and textual data, which is a fresh data compared to the previous ROR. So I just included these slides last night because I saw that every state, they were talking about the errors that were coming. So when we go on to the survey, we make a detailed differential sheet with respect to the previous ROR. And let's say if a village has 2,000 land parcels, so we have 2,000 such entries where we show that during the DGPS survey, this was the area which was measured by the rover, and that is the previous area of that particular parcel as per the ROR. And then we categorize them in green, yellow, blue, violet, and red. And this is the extent of difference for each parcel. For red parcels, we do a recheck, we go for the resurvey, and we do an in-depth study as to why there was a difference of more than one canal. So one canal is 5,445 square feet. And up to 10%, which is on one canal, 2 marlas, we don't do any investigation. If that difference is there, we just absorb it in the new data. So after completing few villages, this slide also I just included last night, just to show that in few sample villages, these are the variations that we are finding, and it is very small, negligible. For example, let's say in Kharu, we saw that before the survey, as per the ROR, the total quantum of private land was 13,677 canal. So after the DGPS survey, we found that the variation in this area is only up to 2.1%. Similarly, in the state land, it is 8.2% variation. It is only on account of the new allotments being done to the state land for different offices, etc. So similarly in other villages, we have seen the variation with regard to the previous ROR is minimal and is mostly negligible, because up to 5% we are not doing any investigation. So the total area, and what we are most bothered with is the private quantum, the private land quantum before and after the survey does not exceed the 5% variation. So if it is not exceeding 5% variation, so we are just publishing them. So sir, this is one of the few images from our publication of the survey data. Our chief secretary were present in the first publication. We read out each and every record entry to every villager and the difference found thereof. And what we have done, sir, something good that I found that villagers felt that it was very useful. We take a A0 printout of the digitized maps on a color printout on the Google sheet and just paste it and we zoom it to the extent that every parcel is visible to every owner, so that he can exactly see that where his land parcel is and he is assured that his land parcel is taken. So these are the Chamunda maps that we have pasted during the publication, which shows the every detail as per the previous RORs. So sir, we have launched our portal also, and there we have uploaded around 30 villages which we have completed for the digital survey and the textual data digitization. These are the modules, sir, in our portal. So we can see the digital map with the satellite imagery in the background. Each and every parcel has the detailed information regarding the owner, the khata, keyword, everything. And the textual and spatial data is linked. What that means is that when a person goes to the textual data entry, Jamabandi details, he can click there itself and directly go from that Khasra numbers spatial map, which is available on the portal. So it is a very perfect linking. So this is the land parcel report which is generated. This is our textual data. And sir, one thing which Secretary sir was saying yesterday, that we have made provision for every new entry to be linked historically to all the legacy documents. So in the portal, when we click on a particular Khasra number, for that we can see data since 1906. All the initial settlement which we called the Wajibul Araz, and every detail of that particular Khasra number can be available, made available. These are the legacy documents. And so these are the e-services that we are trying to put up online on the portal once the user acceptance test is given and the enabling legislation are there. So out of these 17 services, we have tried this, the most complex service is that of Fard Intakhab, for a sale deed. So when a person goes for a sale deed, right now a Patwari makes every detail of the sketch and what we call as Fard. Now we have tested it online and we have successfully, and this is the video for that. It's just a 1-minute video. Please see, this is the Patwari login, from where on the e-service module, he gets the request for generation of a Fard. This application has been made by the beneficiary. He goes to the application, he sees the details and he creates a Fard. Now here the spatial map is linked. And this is the parcel which the person is requesting for sale. So he, out of the original parcel, he draws the parcel which the person is interested in selling. Once it is completed, it is online, it is generated. We don't have any need to go offline and take the details. We fill in few details for the Fard, which is the document based on which the sub-registrar makes the deed of sale. So after this is complete, the textual data, the FARD is complete, sir. So he can view the FARD that he has generated right now. This is the textual details of the FARD, and this is the map part. So these are the two basic parts of a FARD for any kind of sale or land transaction. Now this FARD will be sent directly to the applicant's beneficiaries portal, which he creates on the Ladakh Land Records portal. Now, sir, what we have done, we have also linked this FARD with the NGDRS. Earlier, what used to happen is that the applicant has to separately upload, download, or till now it was only in a manual way. Manual way, he used to upload the FARD on the NGDRS portal. But now we have linked the LARMA portal with the NGDRS portal. So the beneficiary, he will. This is from the beneficiary login. He will just need to go to the property details on NGDRS, and he will click some few details, and the FARD that he has generated earlier on the LARMA portal, he will take the API ID and he will paste it here. This is the API ID. He pastes it there, and he will directly fetch the FARD from the LARMA portal without need of any manual upload. This is get FARD. He has fetched this FARD in the NGDRS portal. So the sub-registrar, without the need of any kind of manual upload, he verifies it, certifies it, and then he approves the sale deed. And in the later stage, we have done the tail end integration also. From the NGDRS portal, the sale deed goes to the LARMA portal, and auto mutation request is generated for the particular sale. So this is the FARD, sir, that SRO has fetched from the LARMA portal. So he can view it in the documents. The SRO can view all the details in the NGDRS SRO portal, SRO login. So this is the integration that we have done with regard to transfers and transaction of land, sir. And this is the mutation report. And sir, we are also in the process of developing a mobile app, and it will serve the purpose of, in case a particular transaction needs the beneficiary to be present on the field, the Patwari goes with him on the field, and the rover is connected to his mobile app, and they can measure the land with the help of the mobile app, and then generate the spatial information. Thank you.
How much have you completed till now, and what is the total number of villages and area, and how much village and area? Because I know the working period is also very small in Ladakh with the snow, almost there for 3-4 months, and a private vendor doing the job, technically, there would be challenges, and the rates discovered are extremely reasonable compared to the terrain of Ladakh. So in the limited period of working, how many villages and how much area, and how many villages and how much area have you completed?
Sir, the total tendered area is around 1400 square kilometer, and out of 249 odd villages, we have completed the resurvey activity in nearly 40 villages. Due to the difficulty of terrain, and more than that, sir, the actual problem that we are having is that the vendor, out of reasons he knows better, tendered at a very low amount, and now he's not able to increase the manpower. He has only team of 6 surveyors on ground, and at any given point of time he is able to conduct survey in only 6 villages, whereas the department has a capacity to at least conduct simultaneous survey in 40 villages. So we have done a lot of things to help the vendor in this part. We have hired the village nambardar at a monthly honorarium of ₹10,000 to work as an assistant surveyor, where the need of DGPS is there, where the course network is not accessible. So one of the rower is held by the village nambardar. But sir, we are in a process to solve all these issues, and we aim to complete the survey of 249 villages by the end of 2026. And and sir, we are working on to that end.
It's a great work. I think it just started 2 years back, 1 year, 1.5 years back, and
Yes,
you have reached extremely fair, and system looks very robust. I have not seen such a system in many states about dividing the cadastral map on spatial domain before attempting to go to the SRO is commendable. People go after. Before is only Karnataka, so nearest rival was Karnataka. I think Ladakh is doing pre-sketch creation on the land record system before going to the SRO.
Yes, sir, before going to the SRO. So
You
that
think it is normal, but for everybody else it is extremely difficult to achieve. Not many states have that system in place, even the best states. So anybody else wants to ask something? Okay, sir. Thank you so much, Ladakh. I think you are in the right path, we can say. Small state, non-complicated, but very difficult to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladakh. So now we go to Odisha.
Thank you, sir.
Coming back to complexities of life. Odisha.
I am Sri Nigamananda Panda, a Director Land Records and Survey, Odisha. I am Nigamananda Panda, a Director Land Records and Survey, Odisha.
Sir, take this mic, sir.
In our state, the government of Odisha has enacted the Odisha Special Survey and Settlement Act 2012 and Rules 2012 for survey and resurvey using modern technology, that is high-tech survey. We have also published the technical manual for cadastral survey using modern technology in December 12th. A standard operating procedure was published describing step-by-step approach for describing the step-by-step approach for field functionaries. That is, there are three methods of a high-tech survey: pure ground method using ETS and DGPS, then hybrid method, aerial photography, and a ground truthing by ETS and DGPS. Hybrid method, the third one, the hybrid method, high resolution satellite imagery and ground truthing by ETS and DGPS. A resurvey in a high-tech survey combined with the ground truthing by DGPS and ETS is going in the districts of Sundargarh, Deogarh, Sambalpur, Bolangir and Subarnapur using aerial photography. Survey of unsurveyed areas, high-tech survey in 266 unsurveyed villages of Jagashampur, Jajpur, Jharsuguda, Kolahandi, Kendrapada and Ganjam has been undertaken using high-resolution satellite imagery and ground truthing by DGPS and ETS. Our pre-survey activities are, first of all, notification of villages to be covered under high-tech survey operation by the government. Then planning and execution of awareness meetings at village level associating the vendor or agency. Then proclamation is made by the Tahsildar or who has been declared as a ASO, section 3(2) of OSS Act 2012. Then soliciting self-declaration in form number 2 from the landowners or tenants under Rule 6 of OSS Rule 2012 within 30 working days from the date of notification. Then verification of self-declaration by Tahsildar or additional Tahsildar and preparation of a verification certificate in form number 3. The survey planning is all Gharawari or habitation areas, obscured areas, interstate boundaries, village boundaries, difficult to interpret from ortho images is put to DGPS or ETS survey. A vendor or agency shall submit its manpower and equipment resources to the district administration for appropriate planning. Detailed Tahsil-wise survey schedule in form number 1T with the approval of a collector for publication at district or Tahsil and village level. Village-wise survey is being made. Village-wise survey schedule in form number 2 will be notified in the concerned village at least 10 days before commencement of survey. And involvement of local people and local officials of land owning department must be there. We are preparing the preliminary ROR, that is submission of a map so prepared by the vendor after taking photograph to the Tahsildar. He will submit to the Tahsildar for verification, indicating plot numbers of existing map or ROR, and a comprehensive statement of image derived parcel areas with ROR. The constitution of a team of persons by the sub-collector for preparation of a preliminary ROR headed by a revenue supervisor. A preparation of abstract of ROR and plot register in form number 5 and 7. Then re-verification of self-declaration which have been given by the tenants with reference to above abstract and plot register and available records. Then physical verification is made of all plots and noting of all changes in respect of configuration, area, boundaries and ownership. Subdivided plots need to be marked in broken lines. Team of persons must ensure incorporation of all plots in existing ROR and those obtained from self-declarations in the draft map so prepared. A vendor or agency personnel shall also assist the team of persons in demarcation of plots during the process. Then digital updation of village map in up to a cut-off date till publication of a draft ROR by Tahsildar. Then the preliminary ROR in form number 7 is prepared for the landowner. The generation of LPM of HAL plots and serving of same to landowners, and those are distributed among the owners and officers of other government office departments existing in the area, and which shall be displayed for public scrutiny for 15 days. Claims and objections are also cited within 15 days. Then all claims and objections are considered by the Tahsildar, and in a summary manner it is disposed within 15 days. The vendor surveyor shall assist the Tahsildar for disposal of objection cases which may require parcel measurement. Then draft record of rights shall be prepared in form number 12 stating the orders passed in respect of claims and objections, and shall be published. It will be published also for 15 days, and a public notice is invited inviting claims and objections for 30 days, and those claims and objections are disposed in a summary manner by additional sub-collector on the basis of available records or documentary evidence, and spot verification if needed within 30 days of filing of such claims and objections. Recess, additions and alterations it is a stage of checking the wrongs done or any deviation made in the previous stages of addition and alternation in the draft ROR. Addition and alternation in the draft ROR as per the orders passed by the additional, it has been repeated, sorry. Checking and verification preparation of area of each plot and area and boundaries of each revenue village to ensure its correctness both in ROR in maps, passing of new area by Tahsildar, preparation of abstract of new ROR in form number 18 and new plot register in form number 19. Then preparation of copies of ROR in quadruplicates for final publication. Final ROR is published in form number 20 with the seal and signature of the collector, and it is placed in public scrutiny for 30 days. Both soft and hard copies shall be prepared by the vendor for distribution among the landowner, RI, Tahsildar, collector and LRS. Any person can file claims and objection against the entries of a final ROR within 90 days of the publication of the final ROR before the ADM, and disposal of claims and objection in a summary manner by ADM on the basis of available records, documentary evidence and spot verification if needed within 90 days of filing of such claims and objections. The quality checking is made by the ORSAC after geo-referencing of existing cadastral maps with image for delineation of a village boundary. After plot vector generation and prior to ground truthing, geometry of parcels and village boundary, before submission of a draft map to Tahsildar for verification after ground truthing, before submission of a final ROR after Khanapuri operation or a dispute resolution. Survey and research progress progress is being made in 5 districts, that is Devagada, Sundargarh, Subarnapur and Sambalpur, and another district. Total number of villages has been notified 6481. Number of maps verified by the agency 6458, and 9 for verification, that is by RI, ARI and Amin 4563. LPM distributed in 36028, and draft ROR published 3122. Total number of villages completed 2031. Total number of land parcels. Observation from high-tech survey in Devgarh district. Out of 760 villages of Devgarh district, record of rights have been published in 759 villages. After publication of ROR, one can file revision case before ADM of concerned district without approaching member of Board of Revenue Odisha as in traditional survey. Dedicated officers for survey like ASO can perform better than, it is suggested that ASO can perform better than concerned Tahsildar who is engaged in other multifarious works. Quality checking in each stage by ORSAC and ground truthing by field functionaries are required before passing on to the next stage. And such differential or variation have been found, increase and decrease a plot by 1% in 37 villages. Increase, it has been, such differential have been found, and in the government land, the differential is like this, Rakhita Kisam minus 1 point, very minor difference differential have been found, and it is being managed.
Just taken over charge, I think, a month or 2 months back. So I don't know you are aware or not, but what is the timelines to close this chapter in 5 districts? Because I've seen this presentation exactly 1 year back.
Sir.
Not to be, you just joined, so I should not ask the question to you, but I still have the urge to ask because What is the future course that you're planning for closing these 5 districts?
Sir, now a problem has been seen.
And what is your plans for the rest of the district? Because you did this work many years back, completed almost 2 years back. But finalization in 5 districts has not happened. And we are not aware about what are your plans for rest of the district, depending on learning from 5 districts. This is done by aerial flying, if I remember correctly, by private companies. 3 companies or 2 companies did this.
Sir.
So how want to close this? What are the problems and constraints, and what are your plans for?
The problem is that the Tahsildar is not able to invest full time in those activities. And now the government in Devgarh district, we found many problems. I had gone to that and reviewed their activities. About 5,000 review cases have been filed with the ADM. And we reviewed that about 2,500 cases about not registering the mutation cases by the ASO. And in the meanwhile, there was a review at the government level where the revenue minister has been very dissatisfied that a lot of people are complaining that their lands have been decreased or some deviations have been found. And recently he has told that to keep those survey work in all districts unless Devgarh is revived. He has directed that the government have directed to adjourn all the survey works in all other states and all other villages till the work of Devgarh is resolved. So we have submitted a report to the government, and government has not decided. And they are planning to constitute a dedicated team of surveyors, beginning from the officers and to the so that they can invest their full time in those survey works. And that decision has to be finalized by the government, but they are with my information, they are planning to constitute the settlement organization again to rededicate its time and energy for high-tech survey work.
The survey settlement department has how much manpower of surveyors? अभी आपके पास कितना manpower है?
Sir, with me, there is it has been completely delegated to the Tahsildars. Okay, and the Tahsildars with their multifarious work or about various problems they are facing in the field, they are unable to invest their time and energy in the survey work. So the revenue department is planning to constitute a separate revenue survey knowing officers who will be trained. They will be constituted by diverting the staff of the settlement organization from the field who have been deployed with the Tahsildar, and they are working in their miscellaneous work. And they will be about 250 staff will be returned to the DLRs, and the DLRs will and the revenue organization will be strengthened by the recruitment of new staff, and then only it will be possible to make a dedicated work in the high-tech survey work.
Yeah, so the preparations for human manpower was not made before starting this large exercise, because you got sanction for the...
It was completely the job of the Tahsildars, but the Tahsildar with the multifarious work are not able to invest their time to the high-tech work.
Then what is your organization doing?
Our organization is reviewing their work by undertaking their progress of work in the line.
नहीं पांडा साहब, आपने अभी प्रेजेंटेशन देखा था बिहार का या आसाम का कल देखा था. सिमिलर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, सिमिलर एरिया. क्या आइडिया है वो? हाउ डू यू वांट टू मूव? ऐसे तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
First of all, a dedicated team lined up in the high tech work, which Odisha has not.
So manpower नहीं है,
manpower
टेक्निकल
problem.
ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, GIS लैब वगैरह सेटअप नहीं किया है, तो कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं है. सिर्फ 5 जिलों का किसी प्राइवेट वेंडर को दे दिया फ्लाइंग करने के लिए और काम करने के लिए. तो उन्होंने जो किया, नीचे की तैयारी नहीं थी, ऐसा लगता है मुझे. If I can say so, very point blank.
I cannot conclude on that point, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I think he's also joined new, sir. So, Panda sir, thank you so much for coming over and making this presentation. Now we go to.
Thank you
Another-
so much
Thank you.
for the spontaneous presentation of Odisha's. And
Haryana.
now
Yeah, Haryana. So.
Haryana's initiation towards land records modernization with a focus on accuracy, digitization, and citizen-friendly reforms. Their approach may be valuable for other states. And may I now request the team Haryana to present their innovations.
Good morning, everyone. I joined the department last week only, and Director Land Records was not available, so I have been asked to fill in for him. But because of my experience of working in the district, wherein I have monitored the entire process closely as far as the drone flying is concerned, and the limited preparation I had done, I'll try to summarize what Haryana has done, and then I'll be ready for any questions. At the onset, I would like to thank the government of India to nudge the states towards digitization way back. It is especially relevant in the context of Haryana, where somewhere in the later stage of the first decade, the property prices started rising like anything. And as property prices started rising anything, so did the disputes between the people and particularly among the families. This is the snapshot of Haryana. Haryana is primarily a very flat terrain, barring aside Panchkula, few areas of Panchkula which has hills. Initially, I would like to tell you what's happening exactly at the registration level. We have digitized, are digitized. If somebody wants to go for registration, they need to go to a portal. They take a token over there. They go to the registry office. Their registry is done. Our entire court management system is online, and apart from that, our Jamabandis are online. Every 5 years, Jamabandis are made. They are online, and anyone can take the copy of their land record online only. But obviously, for the authentication, he or she needs to go to the Patwari. Apart from that, our record room, they have also been modernized. They have all been scanned. Earlier, they used to be stacked in clothes like the previously everywhere, but now they have been all stored in a steel box which can withstand the temperature of up to 100 degrees centigrade, and all of them have been barcoded. So if somebody wants to access any document, a barcode can be used to access and know which records are in which boxes, and they are very well kept in the modern record rooms. As part of this project, The cores were established in the entire state of Haryana. Haryana is a small state. We only have 19. They are spread across almost all the district, barring aside few which are quite small in size. As part of this project, our three steps that we have taken is, first of all, we mapped the Abadi area of the villages. It was named as Swamitva, as we all know. In this, the main aim and the reason why this was done, to unlock the potential of the Abadi De. Now, the people who have their agricultural lands, they have some assets to bank on as far as the loan and everything is concerned, financial inclusion is concerned, but there are large number of segment in the village who don't have any property apart from the fact that they are living in their homes. So once this entire thing was completed, at least they have access, they were given property cards, and based on those property cards, they have been extended the credit facility by the bank. And it was also almost in all the villages, some parcel of the land have been encroached by somebody or the other. So that has also proved to be beneficial for this. Next. The second was our agricultural land. Our entire agricultural land, we have tried to map it. The drone flying has been done, apart from the restricted areas which comes under defense land. So that part has also already been done. I'll come to the details later on for each segment. And then the next part is our urban areas, for which our effort has already started. We have covered 2 of the municipalities, and third one is in the progress, and rest we'll do as soon as the Government of India gives us the deadlines. This is the process for Swamitva. First of all, we entered into the MOU with the Survey of India in 2019 or so. First step was the entire Abadi, the Lal Dora, and all the roofs of the property, all the vacant land in the Abadi, they have been marked by the white Chuna, and then the drone was flown. Then the SOI did the data processing and everything, and they handed over the map to the village. Then the village officials put the details of the owners on the map. So if at all any property belongs to Ram, it's being mentioned against it, then the Sham and everything, this exercise was completed, and the map was handed over back to the Survey of India. Then they gave us, after attributing all those features on the map, they returned the map to the Gram Sabha, and then the claims and objections were invited by the people. And based on those claims and objections were invited time and again, because it was not settled in one go. The major problem that came in Haryana was of the objections were not between different families per se, like neighbors, because the land parcel was quite settled. It was many people have moved out of their villages. They are serving in the army, they are staying in the cities, but they are still holding on to their properties in the village in the name of a joint holding. So as and when they come, they stay in their house, in the same house and everything. But what happened when this entire exercise was going, people forgot those brothers and sisters, and they just put their names as their owners. And obviously other officials were also there. But when the verification was happening, if there are 5 brothers, they just put the name of the 3 brothers, and so after a while, if the brother comes to know that this entire property has been named in name of other 3 brothers, then the objections started coming in. This happened to me personally, so I'm very well aware of this, that what is happening on the ground. Based on those, that objections were taken. Then the objections were resolved, and then many people started coming in. We also have objections, so there was no fixed deadline, but time and again, the campaign was run to invite the objections, and around 60,000 objections were received, and we have resolved almost all of them, barring aside maybe 81 or so in a village. Apart from that, all the grievances have been resolved. Sirsi was the first Lal Dora village of the country. We have 6250 villages. Out of those, 6249 villages have been Lal Dora Mukt now. We have been given some awards as well. We'll move to the next one. This is for the workflow for our revenue estates, our agriculture lands. So the typical problem that we in Haryana we were facing is our Murabba stones were missing at quite a few places. And now when Murabba stones were missing, the entire problem arose when people used to come to us for demarcation. Now if we don't have the Murabba stones, the demarcation is next to impossible. When I was a deputy commissioner in a particular district, we had to go to other district to look for the Murabba stones, and we went 3 villages behind. Then also we were not able to find that Murabba stone. So this has come quite handy to us. Now our entire Murabbas have been incorporated on the grid. It's there on the ground now, and based on the drone has flown across the state. Our area is around 44,000 square kilometer. Out of that, 43,000 square kilometer has already been covered, barring aside the defense establishment. Rest all have been covered. Then out of that, around in 3,000 villages, we have flown the drone, and we have their feature extraction has already been done. Their edge matching has already been done. Tatima updation has already been done of those 3,000 villages already. Apart from that, around 460 villages, we have completed our ground truthing as well. And 446, same number of villages are almost ready for the uploading on the Bhu Naksha. We are just waiting for some formalities to just upload it on the same. And from after that, every updation of any subdivision it happens, it will be updated on the Musavi online itself. This is the survey that the status that I had been just talking about. We have almost completed our urban local body. We have done the drone flying of all the urban local bodies as well, but then Government of India asked us to do the 3D extraction of the features, which was lacking earlier because we had done only 2D. Because of the 3D, we now know how many floors are there in a building, and it will help us to realize the property tax in a very efficient manner. We are given 3 ULBs for that as of now. That is Narnaul, Manesar and Panchkula. Exercise has been completed in Manesar and Narnaul. Panchkula is yet to start. This is, I've already mentioned about the Bhu Naksha. It is almost ready to go online for us. This is about the 3 ULBs I have just mentioned. So for this ULB thing, deputy commissioners have been asked to constitute the teams. Team will be a mix of outsourced people and the permanent employees because of the lack of staff and everything, but that's how we are planning to do. Rovers have already been purchased. We have around 350 rovers, and training has already been imparted to all these patwaris and kanungos, and soon the ground truthing will also start. We have HARSAC as an organization that deals with the satellite imagery and everything. We have universities in Hisar as well, so they're research scholars who are working in the field of geology and all. We are also tapping them for this work. It will help them for their research as well, and we can tap on their expertise. This is how we are trying to build our capacity. And in future, the next step that we are planning in Haryana is paperless registration process, wherein a citizen needs to create his profile online. He is expected to submit all the documents online itself. Those documents will be verified by the registration clerk. If anything is lacking, the person will be notified to upload the same. Once everything is updated, the same will be sent to Tehsildar for approval. Tehsildar will decide the stamp duty. Then the person will deposit the stamp duty, and then on the day of the appointment, he just need to come for a picture and the biometrics. That is our plan for the future, and Tatima updation we are planning to make this portal online very soon. That's all from Haryana, and if I am open for the question, if any.
Haryana has been doing resurvey for quite some time in rural agricultural areas.
Sir.
You are quite new, obviously, but somehow it lost steam in between. And what is the reason why it loses steam in between? Is it just the officers get changed, or you don't have the structures? There is any problem? What is the issue in Haryana? Why it keeps losing steam?
Sir, as far as when I was in our district, there was this, I can't comment on the stream because I'm since quite new. I don't know that trajectory of the entire process. But there was this one issue that we were facing at that time is the registration of the property card. That I believe has pulled us for a few months because we were not able to finalize as to who will do the registry and how that thing will do. That is kind of pretty much sorted out because we are bringing an act as far as that is concerned, so we will be able to sort that out. But sir, as far as the field goes, we are sure that for the first 2 years of this Swamitva project, we were all gung-ho about it and we were just doing it, and we completed it pretty fast. But there were some issues but sir, I'm not party of that because I was not at the headquarters, so I will not be able to answer on those lines.
I think the important thing would be to look at the structure and people, because the easier part is flying. You just cut out a check to the private party and they do the flying, they give you the maps. In this case, Survey of India was quite involved in that. The more difficult part is after that, the ground truthing and all that, and the teams for that. Are there any adequate teams for doing that work? Now, that is something Haryana, we had tried to have many discussions with Haryana, but Haryana was not very forthcoming. So we don't have much understanding of what Haryana is doing. So what is the status exactly of this resurvey work?
So now the teams have been constituted, and the ground truthing is the one thing that is left, but our target is 31st October 2025, we are aiming that we will...
So you have 6,000 villages?
Yes, sir,
right?
6,000.
And out of that, your final notification कितने गाँव में हुआ है?
Sir, for the entire flying and the...
No, final notification of resurvey completion, अभी तक किसी गाँव में हुआ है? 22 गाँव में हुआ है. और बाकी गाँवों में flying सब में हो गई है.
Sir.
और ground truthing कितनों में हो गई है?
462 में हो चुकी है सर, एंड बाकी
ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग कौन करता है?
सब मिक्स टीम है,
रेगुलर पटवारी?
जी सर.
और 6000 गांवों में कितने पटवारी हैं आपके पास? 300 पटवारी हैं सर. कितने? 3000 पटवारी हैं सर. 3000
है सर, और हमारे
अभी तो काफी है आपके?
जी सर, और अभी 2000 की रिक्रूटमेंट ऑलमोस्ट अच्छा वो है. तो सर उसके बाद
हमारे पास आपके पास रोवर्स कितने हैं?
350 to
300 रोवर्स हैं, पर पटवारी 3000 हैं. तो वो पटवारी ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग किस फीता लेके करेगा, कैसे करेगा?
सर एट प्रेजेंट वो 462 विलेज का ईच एंड एवरी लैंड पार्सल का उन्होंने डिमार्केशन
नहीं, 300 रोवर है तो 300 गांव में तो हो सकता है एक साथ काम. गांव है आपके 6000, तो पटवारी गांव में जैसे भाई जहाँ 300 गांव में आप ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग कर ली है, पर बाकी गांव में ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग करेगा कौन अगर पटवारी के पास इक्विपमेंट ही नहीं है?
सर अब जितने हमारे पास मतलब सर डिप्टी कमिश्नर हैव बीन आस्क्ड टू मेक द टीम्स, दे हैव पटवारीज, दे हैव ग्राम सचिव्स एंड दे आर आउटसोर्स पीपल. So he has to plan out with whatever rovers they have been given to each district, has to how to schedule the ground truthing. So we have 300. So that is the, I guess, the limiting factor, and not the...
No contract staff or private staff is involved in this work?
Sir, contractual staff is there at the district level.
Kitna?
Sir, team is of 4 members, 5 members, and out of those...
पूरी स्टेट में कितना contract staff लिया हुआ है सर्वे करने के लिए? नहीं, पटवारी तो परमानेंट स्टाफ है ना?
अप्रोक्सीमेट 6,000 के करीब हमारे पास।
नहीं, पटवारी तो परमानेंट स्टाफ है आपका, और उसके अलावा उसको असिस्ट करने के लिए कोई लोग हैं?
यस सर, वो प्राइवेट मैन पावर ले रहा है।
कितनी है?
1500 के करीब वो है सर, और कुछ हमारे पास जो
वो ले ली है?
यस सर, कुछ ग्राम सचिव भी हैं सर हमारे पास।
वो तो परमानेंट एम्प्लॉइज हैं। So Gram Sachiv is a permanent employee, obviously. Patwari is a
पर
permanent
ग्राम
employee.
सचिव तो रेवेन्यू का होता है क्या?
नहीं सर.
तो वो थोड़ी करेगा कुछ काम. So I think your problem is lack of contract. आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में 1,000-2,000 मतलब सर्वेयर ले लीजिए 1,001 और रोवर्स खरीदिए, तब ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग होगी. अदरवाइज तो ग्राउंड ट्रूथिंग कैसे होगी?
So we will give
और
this.
पटवारी वैसे भी बहुत बिजी होते हैं. वो तो मतलब तो पूरे इंडिया, नॉर्थ इंडिया में तो एटलीस्ट पटवारी का काम जमीन की दलाली करना है. वो इतना बिजी है उस अपने धंधे में, ये कहाँ मतलब एक तो रोवर भी नहीं देंगे तो सर्वे करेगा कैसे वो?
Sir will take this into note, and sir will inform the state government about the additional requirements that we have, and sir will work on it, sir.
मतलब I think that is probably the missing part.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I am from Karnataka. Sir, you told modern record room, about modern record room. Will you just elaborate, sir? Like you are keeping your old records in a steel box and barcoded, etc. And even we have a lot of old records, and some of us are going in a dilapidated condition. However, we are digitizing it. And what is your infrastructure of your modern record room, sir? So that we can take some points in it.
So in the district headquarter, we have made a safe, and in that safe, for every village or 2 or 3 villages, we have a steel box, and in that steel box, all that record that was just lying here and there, wrapped in a cloth, has been kept. And before that, all this record has been digitized. And after digitization, it was the work of some person we have hired for scanning and everything. But the CRO has to verify it. After the verification and after the entire thing, the box is closed, a barcode is put on it, and a scanner is there. So if we need to have access to anything through that scanner, we know which box is there, and we go into it. The safe is secured by lock and everything, and the steel boxes and the entire facility can withstand the temperature up to 100 degrees centigrade.
Then, second question, sir. In Haryana, who is the custodian of this Moraba stones by Act, sir? In Karnataka, Tahsildar is the custodian of these bond stones, what we call. And lot of bond stones are missing even in Karnataka, and that's a problem there also. And who is by Act in Moraba stones? He is a survey officer or a revenue officer?
No, I am not so sure, but I think it will be revenue officer only. There is no survey officer who will be custodian of the, because there is no one of that sort over there.
Fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haryana, for that use of technology and trying to be realistic. And the land value is extremely high in Haryana, very complicated. So we have one more state which has volunteered.
Tripura.
So Tripura.
Tripura is ready for their presentation, sir. Shall we have a break and then? Thank you, sir. Let's welcome the team of Tripura.
Good morning, respected Secretary, sir, and other officials from across the state country. I am Dr. Tomal Mujumdar, Additional Secretary, Revenue Department, Government of Tripura. Sir, Tripura, you know the history of Tripura, that is, we are very small state and our geographical area is also very small as compared to other state of the country. So, but in our state, we are having 8 districts, 23 subdivision, revenue circle is 48, and revenue village is 897. So our state is bounded by Assam, Mizoram, and most of the say Bangladesh border is also there from 3 sides of the Tripura state. Sir, the history of land and revenue settlement in Tripura is not very new. We have already completed 2 revisional survey. First revisional survey started from 1960 to 1973. Our basic law is Tripura Land Revenue and Land Reforms Act 1960 and followed by rules 1961. So in first settlement there was 874 revenue circle, and the whole revenue circle was survey conducted by through plain table survey. At that time there was no other options, also modern equipments and technique also. And the second revisional survey which was conducted started in 1978, and it was continued to 223 in all revenue villages, because you know the history of Tripura during say 1980 to 2025 there was extremist problem. So our revenue survey team, they could not go to the interior places also, but we have completed the second revisional survey. Sir, the process of revisional survey, there are some process as per our act and rules. So notification for revisional survey issued by Revenue Department, and say proclamation and declaration notice to the villagers, and Bujarat work, preparation of record of right, draft publication, and final publication and verification of record of rights. These are the steps we followed for our revisional survey. Sir, as I told earlier, the first revisional survey we have conducted based on the plain table survey for 874. And during revisional survey, at the end of second revisional survey, we use GDPS and ETS also for only 44 revenue villages. And the challenges during the first revisional and second revisional survey, manpower was the main stakeholder for our survey, and training deficiencies, and you know Tripura is a hilly state, so the movement of staffs for revenue settlement for plain table and ETS also, it was a very difficult due to terrain and others issue, extremist problem also. So it was our challenges during the first and second revisional survey. Sir, the requirement of during first settlement, it was very essential. During second revisional survey also we have done, but now we are feeling for go for third revisional survey, because you know Tripura is a small state and most of the area, say around 60% areas forest area. So in the remaining 40% of land at the main focal point of registration and others. So every day there is the changing of ownership. So people are approaching for revisional survey and updatation of records and updatation of maps, and for very the very purpose is we have to go for third revisional survey, and we have taken the consideration and just all procedure we are maintaining, so that immediately we can start the third revisional survey with the approval of the state government. Sir, legal provision as per our TLRLA 20 section 26. State government may take revisional survey as it deem fit. So government is also say it is in the consideration of the government to declare for 30 revisional survey. Revisional survey we have conducted in 874 revenue villages, and the outcome of the first revisional survey was a total 4,20,000 approx the Khotian total record of rights. But during the and total map was the whole Tripura is we have prepared the map. That is during first revisional survey it was 5,253. But there is a drastic change in second revisional survey, though the number of revenue villages there is only very few changes, 874 to 897, but the number of ROR, that is totally there is a big change in the number of Khotian or ROR, that is 13 lakhs, around 13,000. So the map also only number of sheets are also very changed, that is 5,341. So the Khotian number already changed. It shows that the number of mutation and the say registration of land, the picture, real picture. Now as on date it will be very it will be around 23 lakhs 30 lakhs Khotian. So, sir, the revisional service in some cases around 414 revenue villages. It was done in 1978 to 88. So now we are planning to go the old one, where second revisional survey was conducted from 78 to 88 and 88 to 89 to 90, then phased manner. Sir, under Noksha, we have already taken up all the steps. Just the agency for drone fly already selected by Survey of India. Once they started the drone survey, then we'll go to the ground routing. Already proclamation done, team already formed, the team already trained. So just waiting for completion of drone survey by Survey of India. And our first pilot project will be in Agartala Municipal Corporation area, and its area will be approx 90 square kilometer. Sir, in Tripura, I think only with the state of in the country we are having records of rights both for urban and rural area. There is no difference in our record of rights. Everywhere it is similar. Even in ADC and non-ADC area also, we are having ADC area also, but record of right for ADC and non-ADC area, all are equal. There is no discrimination about record of rights as compared to ADC area, non-ADC area, village area and urban area. If our record of rights already available in the internet, so yeah, it is you can see using 18 languages, whatever Bengali, Hindi, English, whatever languages you want to try, you can get it checked through our Ijomi software. But even also Bhunoksha also is available. But the one problem we are having, though we have prepared record of rights, but the map updatation in some cases it is pending due to some other reason. And now we have taken up already using Bhunoksha, we have corrected 20,000 maps. So our main target to go for Noksha and as well as correction of map. Sir, for Noksha project, we have taken up a committee, declaration, appointment, nodal officer, everything it is in field, proclamation, appointment of settlement officer, revenue officer, field level survey team, procurement of rovers, permission for drone fly. Sir, in some areas, because as Agartala municipality is surrounded by Bangladesh border also, so and some security officials also. So we have already approached for permission. Sir, action plan as Survey of India complete within 2-3 months. This is our tentative action plan. It is totally dependent upon the completion of drone survey. Sir, as you know, we have already generated Alpine for approx 25 lakhs plot out of 32.6 lakhs. The pending is only due to map updation. Once it is map updated, we have already generated all the Alpine for all the plots, and it is reflected in our Khutian record of rights. The Alpine number is generated and it is reflecting. And for we are also has got the approval of the government to display the Aadhaar number also. Recently we have got the approval of the government through cabinet, and will be also displaying the Aadhaar number also. So Aadhaar authentication, Alpine number, anybody from anywhere. Sir, one of my colleague, he is residing in USA. Once he got, how can I see my land, whether it is in order or safe. Then I told him that you go through the Alpine number and you can check. He checked it from USA and gave the confirmation that it is a very nice thing we have done. And all states have taken the initiative, I know, and for this effort, the state government has given the Land Records and Settlement Department the Chief Minister Civil Service Award recently. So this is our Chief Minister Civil Service Award for excellence in government services. Due to Alpine generation. Sir, you know the achievement of DLRMP, that is all our 897 revenue musa are digitized and geo-referred. So there is no problem, but only one problem, that is we are having in the field, that is the special data and textual data matching. That is also we have taken up, and it will take some times. Ultimately, we have to do this because whenever multi-utility services is required, that is essential. So, sir, for this DLRMP award also, Tripura State out of 8 districts, 7 districts has already got the award from Honorable President. So, Bhumi Shanman from President of India in the year of 2023. Out of 8 districts, 7 district magistrate and collector, they have received the prestigious award. Sir, this is the issue we have already done, sir, in some sirs are asking the history. It is already available, even our registration history. It is integrated with the registration, so NGDRS portal and our EJOMI. So if anybody wants to see the land history of the plot and before purchasing, he can see and he can search. Every history is available. So after getting satisfaction, seeing all the history, and they can go for online registration system through NGDRS portal. But the main thing is that, sir, one thing, it is available. Say I am having 5 acres of land. So it will be reflected how many times I have already sold to whom and what the quantum of land. So I am having 5 acres of land. I have already sold 3 acres of land. So balance will be 2. But if anybody by say misappropriating, then no, I am having 4 acres of land, so you can purchase it at say they have fixed the rate. But it is not possible. When the person will approach for mutation, it will show that you was the owner of 5 acres of land and 4 acres of land already transferred to such and such person, so balance is only 1 acre. So you are eligible for mutation registration of 1 acres of land. So this system is already working, and it is a very good system. We are getting very good feedback from the purchasers as well as sellers. Also, there is no conflict between the purchasers and sellers regarding land status and history of land. So transaction history is also available through NGDRS portal. Registration is once I am clicking on the plot, the value of circle value of the land is already displaying. So there is no conflict about the registration fees also. In Tripura, we have already declared the registration by a woman. There is 1% relaxation in registration fees. So, sir, history also, and even the legacy data also we are displaying. For Agartala Municipal Corporation area, that is very large area, so there is some pending. In all other districts, we have displayed the total legacy data of registration deed also since 1950. In some district or subdivision where the legacy data is very small, we have already scanned it and already uploaded. But for Agartala Municipal Corporation area, as it is large, it is pending, but we are doing the job for scanning of legacy deed. Sir, georeferencing I have already discussed. For all maps, say 5,341 maps, already geotagged. So, and we are having 8 core station also. So there is, as far as map and record of rights are concerned, as on date, we have, we are not facing any problem, but the problem is due to some demand, and the local people is asking also to get it regular updation of map and record of rights. We are going for 3rd revisional survey immediately. Sir, this is before the georeference map and the after georeference map. Even as additional secretary revenue, every 2-3 months I am checking my own land also, how it is, how it's look in Bhunaksha and what is the record of rights. And if anybody approach to us, then we are showing also them. And we are also getting feedback to some other ease of doing business, and our feedback of Honorable Chief Minister also during every Friday, he is taking a feedback from public. So people are also saying, earlier there were some issues, now due to online system there is no issues. Anybody can check, regularly they can check their land status. Thank you so much, sir, from my side.
I think Tripura has always been doing good work in land records area. And the only thing, as you mentioned, your mutations have not been kept pace in the maps, what has been done in ROR. It's not a story only of Tripura. Whole country, I think there are very few areas where mutations have kept pace in the maps. Rural areas, large number of places, but peri-urban area, that's where the maps have gone haywire, and probably that's the same story in Tripura. Now, so resurvey is necessitated everywhere because we are not been doing mutations over a long period of time. So as part of a resurvey, one is the digitization of having an accurate map boundaries, whatever we were doing with chain survey, instead of that with the GIS coordinates we do. That is one part. The second part is we have not been doing mutations in the map. So these are the two parts of survey. The first part is comparatively easy. Technology makes it easy. So that's what we saw. Assam is doing resurvey like that. Rajasthan is doing resurvey like that, not focusing on mutation part so much, but more focusing on the getting a GIS mapping done of the, which is close to georeferencing, slightly georeferencing plus work. So one needs a proper strategy as to how much this mutation business in peri-urban India, or if the rural area also population density is very high, they also behave like peri-urban area, maybe in Bihar or in UP and all. Even the rural area population densities are very high. So even after you complete resurvey, your systems for mutation need to be proper. That's one. Second is, even if you do not undertake resurvey for some reason, it's not an easy task. You need a strategy to do a subdivision work in the maps. And it's not necessary that you undertake it for the whole state. Any one survey number may have 20, 30 people living in it, or 20, 30 owners at most. Exceptions of 100, 200 owners are there in the country, but maybe 5, 10 owners would be there in each survey number. So survey number by survey number, you can do mutation. So we have a smaller piecemeal by piecemeal approach also to improve the land records is possible. We are undertaking most of the time by our enthusiasm whole state resurvey at one go, and then it drags on for years and years, 5 years, 7 years. So if you are not undertaking resurvey also, but in peri-urban areas and in rural areas, by village, you can put teams and do the subdivision work. Now, a large number of you are from survey department, so that is not survey department's job. That is the revenue department's job. Revenue department is so busy in its own things that this doesn't get priority. So formation of teams to do a subdivision work in the maps, because ROR at a large number of places are okay except in peri-urban areas. So survey doesn't only mean that you undertake a large scale survey, drone flying. So all the states, I find a lot of enthusiasm in drone flying. India, large number of areas drone flying has been done, and those results are lying in the Almiras. About more than 1,000 cities also drone flying has been done, and nothing follow-up action was taken place. So good use of technology is good, and we should use more and more rovers, but simultaneously understand where has the problem taken place. Problem has taken place because we are not doing mutation properly or subdivision in the maps. That is the primary problem. Other than Bihar's problem of or Jharkhand's problem of having problems in the ROR itself. If your RORs have a problem, then it's a very serious problem. But if otherwise, if the problem is only the lack of mutation and subdivision, then that also in a piecemeal approach can be done. And from Government of India side, we will fund that also. If someone is not doing a resurvey, but only does subdivision work as a campaign, we would fund that by involving private parties, for purchase of rovers, all that work also we will fund. So just trying to explain there are two different approaches and both work. So one has to understand the nature of the problems and then address it, and need not address the whole state at one go. That has, till now, every state has done whole state as a go, at one go, and it has dragged on in most of the places.
Sir, for your kind information, sir, hailing your instruction and decision, we have already decided in our state, instead of going whole state survey, what we first and second revisional survey, we are going for piecemeal manner for our third revisional survey using drone fly. First, for pilot survey, Agartala Municipal Corporation area, next followed by some other peri-urban area.
Tripura, with its hilly terrain, a simple drone flying and with a high tree cover, how suitable it is for aerial photography?
Sir, as per we have done for our some urban area also, but photography quality, that is good, sir, and ground truthing also, there is no major difference, only 23 centimeter is difference, sir. So,
but if it's a hilly terrain and a heavy
sir,
tree cover.
our hilly terrain is not as like as, sir, Jammu and Kashmir. Our hilly terrain is very small hill, sir. So,
no, but any slope creates a problem, isn't it? In a
but
slope.
Survey of India, they could suggest us, because earlier our experience is the.
No, I think you need to make an assessment as to aerial photography or 100% by rovers or ETS DGPS, which is an appropriate method for which area in Tripura. Because some areas would be a slope would be higher, and if there is a tree cover, canopy, if it is there, then aerial photography would not work. So you may demarcate the areas which are suitable for only groundwork,
Yes, sir,
and
correct,
which are
sir.
suitable for aerial photography.
Follow, sir. That's why we have selected first Agartala Municipal Corporation area. There is no hilly or terrain, and the canopy coverage is also, sir, around 32%. So that's why, sir. And for other area, we'll follow to other method of revisional service, sir.
Thank you, Tripura. I think thank you so much for making that impromptu voluntary presentation, not listed in the schedule. So now we have 10 minutes before the Honorable Minister arrives. Any state wants to just talk from here, from there? Ji, bataiye. So we can just look at what some of the larger states or main states. You can. So UP wants to speak something. But please confine the talk and discussion to resurvey and 2-3 minutes. What are the efforts of UP in resurvey? अभी तक क्या किया है और आगे क्या plan है आपका? क्या technology? क्या process flow?
As UP is concerned, we are far behind with what I understood from these presentations. But definitely we are in the line. First of all, we have made 6,000 villages to be surveyed at one time. These 6,000 villages which are missing cadastral maps, and they are not scannable. We have prepared the documents, bid documents for that, and Survey of India has taken as a technical partner with us, and we have submitted this to those validation of the bid document to Survey of India last month. So definitely we are going to receive this within a week or so. Then we will publish the this drone flying and everything for the 6,000 villages. That is equivalent to the Haryana state. Next thing is that the SOP for the field survey and the differences and what are the differences ROR and the measurement unit through drone survey, that has been finalized and submitted. As far as the Naksha is concerned, we have finalized the rover purchasing bid and keeping the lot of technical problems with other states. We have finalized the technical specification of that, and also we have received the fund from the state government for purchasing the 500 rovers in our state and providing to all districts. As per the SPMU, we already with the NICSI, and we have also found the manpower from the NICSI. One more thing, we are going to establish the GIS lab based on the Assam model. The bid documents has been finalized, and also we are putting that bid in the next few days. Next is that we are also keeping one member of GIS in each district. That technical qualification, everything has been finalized. We have received the fund from the state government. So keeping all this information with you, definitely we are far behind with the other state, but we'll come up with very shortly. I belongs to the remote sensing family. I was the scientist and director of the UP remote sensing and joined this Board of Revenue a couple of years back. So we have cleared the previous all backlogs. And definitely, I will assure that you all are officials that within few years or within few months, we'll come up with all the bids document will be ready and will be published and with association with them. Thank you very much.
So before the question is asked, any other state, if they want to just share, Madhya Pradesh, Anubha ma'am, or anybody volunteer, anybody what you plan to do, what you can do, what you will be able to do on resurvey, something just thoughts. I think Chhattisgarh is here. Anybody, please.
Respected sir, I have a question, sir. So far as resurvey is concerned now, like one thing is like a resurvey can be done as a combing operation, carpet flying, and then we can go for end-to-end record building and reaching the goal, sir. That is number one. And how about my concern is like how about conducting resurvey on priority by prioritizing like the resources like riverbeds, rivers, lakes, forests, and any other such government lands of rather national importance, so that if we prioritize and bring it on a bank, so it also amounts to the resurvey in the same course and exercise, and we will achieve something as a low-hanging where so far as these assets are concerned, absolutely there will be no disputes and not much as a policy matter. So we can first prioritize this as a whole, and because we have been doing that resurvey so far as for all the agricultural lands mutations are concerned since quite some time. But however, since the government of India, thanks to DOLR, you have given a leadership and a proper direction, and now it's going on in a very focused manner, so that reviewing every week, and we are also on we have to be alert, and you are making us alert and more focused, all that, sir, that is happening, sir. So in this context, how about prioritizing this resources? Thank you, sir.
Well, it's a good thought process. Let's discuss it more, how to do it, what would be the mechanics of doing it, what would be the role of the state government, what would be the role of, say, Survey of India in doing that, or forest survey people. It's a good thought. Let's discuss it. I don't know enough how it is done. What is the methodology? What is the process? So once we discuss that.
So far as Karnataka is concerned, sir, I will throw some light on this. And we have maps like any other assets and properties, and village maps are there even, but tippans and not actual measurements to the scales are defined for the lakes in most of the places, and rivers. And rivers are usually shown on the village map, taking into consideration the adjoining survey numbers for which defined tippans are available. And that's how they have ended it. Even in the cities like Bangalore, we have Rajkalves, which are usually prone to encroachment, and every rainy season, we start having a serious concern over it and blocking or choking it. These Rajkalves are choked sometimes, and this is happening. But I think this can be technically done, and using our resources and what we are talking now. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. सर अभी छत्तीसगढ़ में जो है काम स्टार्ट हो रहा है सर रिसर्वे का, बट जो हम लोगों ने 2 विलेजेस में करवाया है सर, अभी जो खड़मा और परसट्टी में, उसे जो एक्सपीरियंस मिला है सर अभी, और आज जो सेमिनार हुआ, तो हम लोगों को जो सर जो टीम हमारी काम करेगी बेसिकली जिलों में जो तहसीलों में काम करेगी, तो उसको पहले तो उनको माइंडसेट पूरा क्लियर करना पड़ेगा कि आपको किस वे में आगे बढ़ना है। जैसे आंध्र प्रदेश में सर ने जो बात बताई सर कि गवर्नमेंट का सपोर्ट और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सपोर्ट और पब्लिक सपोर्ट, तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सपोर्ट में सर उनको पहले बताना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से हम लोगों का जो प्लान है कि वो मतलब ट्रबल मेकर ना बन जाए सर, ट्रबल शूटर बन जाए, मतलब पब्लिक में ये मैसेज ना चला जाए कि किसी की ज़मीन जा रही, तो वो एक चीज़ हम लोगों को सर करना है। प्रॉपर हम लोग रिगरस ट्रेनिंग का प्लान किए हैं सर। और जैसे सर आपसे डिस्कशन हुआ है, तो जो 25 तहसील हम लोगों ने HRSI से और जो 25 तहसील ड्रोन सर्वे से करना है सर, तो विद इन टाइम फ्रेम में, मतलब विद इन टाइम लिमिट में सर इसको हम लोग अच्छे से करने का ट्राई करेंगे सर। थैंक यू सर।
Any other state? Yeah. Sikkim. Meghalaya is flying drones all across Khasi, Jaintia, Garo. What is the plan beyond that?
Good morning, sir. Actually, we are the last state is trying to do the survey. The problem is in 2008-2009 we have received this fund, but it was given to the revenue department. And you know about the land tenure system in Meghalaya, we have got 3 district councils in Meghalaya. But that land tenure system in these 3 district councils also is a little bit buried from one region to another region. First, like in Karo Hills, they have divided into 10 mosa. Out of that 10 mosa, 6 mosa is we call plain mosa, which is fully controlled by the district council, the land. And 4 mosa, which is we call hill mosa, is controlled by the clan, which is belong to the clan land. Then in Khasi Hill, the entire land under Khasi Hill Autonomous Council is owned by the clan or private individual. And we have got sort of that right land where anybody can use the land. As long as he utilize that land, he can use. The moment he leave the land unutilized for 3 years, then it will go back to the community. Then in Jaintia Hill, more or less, it's like in Khasi Hill only. Then only in 2023, of course, the government of Meghalaya wants to start a cadastral survey way back in 1980. They have passed the Meghalaya Land Survey and Record Preparation Act. But that is become futile because the opposition of the public. Then again in 1991, they realized that without the involvement of this council, because as per the 6th schedule, para 3 of 6th schedule, the land is under the control of this council. Which only this council, we can say that it's only the guardian. So, in spite of that also, we are not able to utilize, we are not able to prepare cadastral map. Then, in 2008-2009, we have received this fund under revenue and disaster management. That also we want to work together with the council, but they are reluctant to work. Then thanks to the ministry in 2023, we had that workshop in Kohoti, where we along with the 3 district council, we have attended and I have given my presentation. Then your ministry has approved that we will implement this scheme directly to the district council with the supervision of the state government, where the district council does not want to work with the revenue department. So they have agreed only that if this fund will be, we make the district council affairs department as nodal department, then they will agree. Then the deputy chief minister who is in charge of this council affairs, he decided that, okay, we call the revenue, then we have agreed to do that. Then we formed the PMU, then we have received the fund. Then we realized that the first and foremost, we have to prepare, we don't have any cadastral map. So we have to prepare, that's why we propose to have first the drone, because without any basis, it's difficult for us if we go directly by the GPS and totalization. We don't know also where to go also. And most of villages also, they have the boundary dispute. Now only they realize without that ortho image, we go to the village, the importance of the map. Last week we had because then after that, it becomes a little bit slow due to the election. A new executive member has been formed. Then I seek appointment with the chief executive member. Then only last month only I have received their appointment. I briefed them. Then luckily their board of the executive committee, they are happy with the aim and objective of the LRMP. That's why they have agreed, and we have he called we have got the headman or traditional head in the meeting on 12. So because in the Ardar Naksha we have got 28 villages which is fully under this council. So they have agreed, and this is like a way is make us happy that they have agreed. Then they have requested me that we'll have an awareness campaign each and every village, but only after office hours or during holiday. Then I have also agreed. Then I feel that Naksha will be able to go ahead. But only some question they have raised that till now most of the village they don't have any computer. What we will do after we have computerized? Because now they are doing manually, and that manually also, those records are not with the village office. It with the concerned landowner. So we have to collect all those land records, mean like the seal date and all, directly from the landowners. Then we'll compile and digitize. That is our plan. And last week I have received one good news where we did not plan to take this survey for the time being. 17 villages, they have come forward that take the survey first in our village. So plus this, we are doing not only aerial survey, ground truthing we are doing by robots. And in some area we have to use total session also because of this forest. You know, in Meghalaya, even the forest also, on state government control only 5% of the total forest area. Others is lying with the private individual, and I don't know in other state, but in Meghalaya, inside the forest also, we have settlers because it belongs to them, not to the government. That's all, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you to hear from Meghalaya. Honorable Prime Minister some days back had mentioned about problem of land records in border areas. So Cabinet Secretary has also called a meeting. So it was in the context of Arunachal Pradesh, but we have raised the issue of all northeastern states. So we'll discuss with donor also and other people about what to do in northeast where land records do not exist. It's good that you are ADC areas, you are trying to do a drone, Naksha apart, ADC areas, but you need a clarity as to what type of land records you want to make in ADC areas where there is a traditional clan ownership, community ownership, and where the village headman decides. You can't take this old British style land records where there is a permanency of ownership. So you need a clarity in Meghalaya. It's difficult for outsiders to understand that, but a clarity as to what type of record you would create. Because the headman after 2 years or 3 years can say, okay, now this land should be cultivated by this person, not by you. House sites are more permanent, you don't demolish it, but agricultural land keeps getting shifted. So what type of records one would like to create without altering the power equations in the system is something Meghalaya and all ADC areas or wherever there is a community ownership, that clarity is required. You can't, so at one extreme it is, nothing is there. Other extreme, this British style land records which we have in rest of the country. But ADC areas require something different, a flexible approach where you record whatever the headman is saying, and which can keep changing depending upon how he changes the possession with the people or using rights.
Actually, the headman has no power to change where he should allow to carry out the agriculture. He only like sort of say, I can say like a witness only during when they did any sale or a transaction. But the decision is lie with the clan or the private. Yes, sir. Nobody can change. Now only we are very lucky that in 2021, Council first they have come out with the Land Act. So on the basis of that Land Act, it's compulsory that ROR should be recorded in this council. Yes. And I have suggested also last meeting with the CEM that they need to amend so that we will add this cadastral map prepared under the LRMP, sir. And he agreed, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so any other state would like to say about what they were doing? Otherwise, I request Pankaj MP.
नमस्कार सेक्रेटरी सर ने जैसे कहा हमारे यहाँ भी मध्य प्रदेश में एक ह्यूज नंबर है ऑफ सब डिवीज़न का इशू जो 1 करोड़ के आसपास अभी बाकी है बट उसके लिए हम लोगों ने सर इस साल ये कोशिश की है पूरे साल 3 हमने एक स्पेशल ड्राइव्स चलाए राजस्व अभियान के नाम से जिसमें कैंप मोड पर इसका निराकरण किया तो आउट ऑफ 2 करोड़ पेंडेंट केसेस हमने 1 करोड़ करीब इसमें रिजॉल्व कर लिए तो इस साल भी हमारा लक्ष्य है कि जो हमारा ये लेगेसी इशू है इसको हम इसी पेस पर इसको क्लियर करें तो एक तो ये दूसरा हमारा फोकस इस साल रहेगा सर 1321 हमारे यहाँ नॉन कैडेस्ट्रल मैप्स हैं जिनकी जियो रेफरेंसिंग बाकी है सो वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन दैट साइबर तहसील जैसे सर आप जानते हैं सर उसमें हम अभी जो सेल परचेज म्यूटेशंस हैं अनडिस्प्यूटेड उनका हम निराकरण करते हैं ऑनलाइन इन अ फेसलेस मैनर नाउ वी आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सपैंड इट टू ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ म्यूटेशन केसेस इस साल सर पीएम एक्सीलेंस अवार्ड उसमें मिला है हम लोगों को पर उसमें मेरा एक क्वेश्चन आंध्र प्रदेश से था सर कल उन्होंने एक अपना इनिशिएटिव बताया जिसमें मोबाइल कोर्ट्स वो यूज़ कर रहे हैं फॉर रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ डिस्प्यूट्स तो उसमें केस किस तरह रजिस्टर होता है आरसीएमएस में ये प्रोसेस हम उनसे समझना चाहेंगे और ऐसा जब मोबाइल मजिस्ट्रेट को ये पावर डेलीगेट होते हैं तो जो टेरिटोरियल मजिस्ट्रेट है उससे ये हटाए जाते हैं किस तरह से उन्होंने अपने एक्ट में प्रोविजन असाइन करते हैं केसेस ऑफ आरसीएमएस कोर्ट्स तो जो साइबर तहसीलदार जो केस डिसाइड करता है वो उस पर्टिकुलर जुरिसडिक्शनल कोर्ट के बिहाफ पर डिसाइड करता है तो आपके यहाँ क्या सिस्टम है वो मुझे समझना था थैंक यू
So good morning to all. This mobile magistrate is nothing but the Tahsildar again. Tahsildar is magistrate as well as he is having ROR powers. So whatever the duty is being done by the Tahsildar is delegated to the particular officer at the same cadre and he is limited to resurvey area. For this resurvey work, he is the authority given by the government. So he conducts inquiry at the field, not at the Tahsildar office, not somewhere else. Tahsildar used to conduct his revenue court in his chambers. Our village revenue court is also conducting in our state. So now we are asking our mobile magistrates to sit in the village. Why you need to bother the landowners? When entire village is taken up, all farmers are party now. So you give the date, day 1, this 10 cases, you invite all the parties, issue notice in advance, listen to both sides, get evidences on the spot at village secretariat or at the known place where you use it to sit or conduct Gram Sabha. There you listen to both parties. There itself is the court. So he exercises the same powers as per ROR Act as Tahsildar is being done. The same. But to save the time of the regular administration, Tahsildar, we are engaging extra one mobile magistrate so that your work will get done quickly. Otherwise, we have seen in some states it is taking 4 years. I know. Even I tried to minimize the time. But when we tried to minimize, even then it is taking double the time. So now we change the timelines. When it requires 1 day, we are giving 2 days. Ultimately, outcome should be purified data. So if we make them hurry, data will be erroneous. So we don't want to make them hurry. The ultimate goal is satisfaction of the farmers as well as purification of land records. So you must give double the time. But you must fix the deadline, timelines. As the Secretary Saab is telling again and again, without giving timelines, it may take 5 years, 10 years, sir. You know, earlier during British period, it took 1863 to 1935. So they have taken 70 to 75 years for survey. Now we are planning for 5 to 6 years, basing on the extent, of course. Some states are having less extent. Don't think otherwise. We have completed at least half of, say, 35,000 square kilometers. Means so many states are having less than that extent. So, basing on the extent, don't think of number of villages. Take extent, make it into blocks, take that block as the target, give the timelines to surveyor, timelines to the mobile magistrate or Tahsildar, ensure purification of land records, exact coordinates, satisfaction of the public, ground truthing, ground validation, vectorization, and quality check. Ultimately, now we are introducing certificate also. Somebody should verify what is the variation. So variation is also to be checked, whether it is within the allowance or out of allowance. Sir, welcome to our Honorable Minister for States, Rural Development and Communications. I hope I answered you. Any other doubt? So now we fixed only for survey 60 days, 60 working days for 250 acres of a block. So that is the optimal time required, minimum time required for them to give quality. But sometimes they may take another 10 days. But at the maximum of 3 months for survey of 250 to 300 square kilometers per team. It's about the per team. So you can fix your own timelines. But these 3 months is more than enough to purify ROR also during the survey period. This is parallel work. Survey part is one work. Revenue record purification is another work. Thank you.
So with this, I welcome the Honorable Minister of State. We'll start the closing session formally, but any last minute questions, anything somebody has pertinent to us now, because we've had a lot of questions and answers. You wanted to say something? So we have the Deputy Surveyor General from Survey of India. I think, sir, if you allow 5 minutes to really, yeah. So best talk about how can you contribute to this.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Myself, Pankaj Mishra, Deputy Surveyor General. Yeah. Okay. So I am from the NIGST Hyderabad. It's a training institute of SOI. So since yesterday, I have also attended all the different presentations given by all the states, and in fact, I am very, I have got updated with respect to a lot of developments which have happened in the various states. And it is really heartening to see the way different technology components, particularly in the surveying and mapping, they are being utilized in the the land record modernization and resurvey per se. This is amazing actually. And that too, welcome development which has happened in last 10 years, which I have been seeing with the DLRMP program. So, like from Survey of India perspective, we are trying our level best to actually leverage our expertise in surveying for this very, very important task, wherein I think the field surveying expertise is very, very core to it, because the resurvey in general requires that basic understanding of the survey concepts. So we are like, our expertise is primarily in doing something called large-scale mapping. And large-scale mapping expertise can very well be extended to the land surveying expertise which is required for the resurvey purpose. But as we have seen, and like the challenges we were seeing, a lot of challenges are there with respect to actually completing the resurvey process till the notification stage, that anyway all of you, you are aware, and we also understand that. But when it comes to the use of technology, how we can really adopt a particular technology and we can, let's say, convert it into the productive processes, it is not easy. And we in government, we have been like trying our level best to make sure that these latest technologies are adopted, and we are able to create those processes which can be utilized for really completing the task. So we are trying a lot of things, like we had tried to address that basic challenge which we used to have earlier, that is, any survey measurement is primarily, it is a referential measurement. So you need something as a reference, then only all your measurements will be correct, they will be consistent, because this reference, particularly in Indian context, is not very firm, it changes. So that way, having a proper firm reference and then doing all measurements with respect to that, I think that is happening very much. It is very heartening to see that all of us are now aware that we need to basically refer either the primary control points. I have seen a lot of examples where the typical primary, secondary, tertiary, the system is being followed. Or in case of Ladakh, it was very heartening to hear that they understand that now if they are starting, they can very much make the use of the reference frame which is already there, and they need not really have the physical points if they are not requiring it as part of the survey. They can directly go ahead with the CORS surveys, which is an RTK method. So that way you are perfectly aligned with this latest approach of having a common frame and doing all measurements with respect to that. So it is very, very important also. Similarly, the very important component of having a high resolution image, whenever we are doing any activity, it actually does, it helps a lot in doing different activities. We have all experience in trying to capture it, like different states are doing it in different way, using different type of images. So from Survey of India side, we are also planning to actually, as part of our mandated activity, to capture some of the areas under these other national programs, and we will be more than happy to contribute and help any state government in really adopting these technologies which will be useful for surveying and mapping activities as such. So I think I'll not take much of the time, and this is what I wanted to just express. We are anyway trying to help a lot in terms of building that core survey expertise also to the extent our capacity allows at the Hyderabad. So thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. Thank you.
So with that, we end the presentation by all the states. So we have had 9, I was counting, we have had 10 presentations in fact, from 10 states which are trying to work or are on the process right now. So good discussions. I hope there was more time to cross-question each other like in a court of law or in a revenue court, but time is a limitation. So we close this session and we'll go to the valedictory session now. Over to the computer.
Sir, before that we have the Naksha presentation of yours. On diasis. Okay. Shall we go for that, sir? Now, may I request? Thank you for coming to this wonderful session, sir. It's my honor and privilege to invite our distinguished personality, Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, Government of India, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji. Please, I request. Let's welcome him onto the dais along with our great applause and appreciation. Welcome, sir. And it is indeed a great privilege for us to hear with us the Honorable Minister of Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Urban Water Supply, Planning, Housing, Urban Housing, CRDA of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Ponguru Narayana ji. Please welcome, sir. Okay, sir. So we are truly honored to invite Shri Manoj Joshi ji, IAS, Secretary to Government of India, Department of LR and Government of India. Please welcome him with a great round of applause. Please, sir. And now, okay, sir. It's our great honor to invite Shri Kunal Satyarthi ji, Joint Secretary, DOLR, GOI. And I take this privilege of inviting Shri Dr. N. Prabhakar Reddy ji, IAS, Additional CCLA, Director, Survey Settlements and Land Records. And now let us start this program with the presentation of our Honorable Joint Secretary, sir. Today he has taken over all the sessions by his chance and he has conducted a very beautiful sessions among others. And it's a very lively presentation. I invite him with a great round of applause, sir. Please let us welcome him. Welcome, sir.
So, good afternoon, everybody. I take this opportunity to welcome the Honorable Minister of State, Rural Development and Communications, Government of India, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani sir, our Secretary Manoj Joshi sir, Prabhakar, the local officer who has made this show possible. And this is the valedictory session. I actually appreciate the dedication and conviction of the Honorable Minister to be present in the valedictory session. So, sir, it was great that we extended this invitation to you to come for the valedictory session, and you agreed instantly that I'll be present. So that shows that we are in good hands and good support from the Honorable Cabinet Minister and the Minister of State. If both of them are so proactive about resurvey or Naksha, whatever a small department like Land Resources is doing, it is a great encouragement for all of us in the department, or also everybody in the states to be encouraged about the path that we have taken. It is treacherous, it is difficult to do, but worth doing to make the maps on board. So having said that, this is the last session, and we started the program with sessions by various states, 8 states, 9 states made a presentation, 4 on the first day. Andhra Pradesh was a long presentation by Prabhakar, worth it. There was a lot of field arrangements made by him to show us things on the ground, but we could not see that. But we are all convinced, I think, we in the Government of India and all the other states are convinced about the path that Andhra Pradesh has taken. I think everybody is surprised. I was talking to some of you individually, and everybody was surprised. Sab kuch kaise ek saath ho gaya? Everything fell in place. The technology, the manpower, the GIS software, the drone flying, the administrative will to do it, the political will to do it, and the community people actually were not an impediment in the process of resurvey. So that's surprising, getting all the spikes in the wheel together and the wheel starts moving. So commendable job by Andhra Pradesh, the host state, for this resurvey program. In fact, if there's any other state which wants to host the next program on resurvey after doing a great resurvey program, we like to take that offer from a state and announce it here from this portal.
Sir, welcome to our State Urban Development Minister.
Municipal Administration and Urban Development Minister, Honorable Minister sir has arrived, Shri P. Narayana ji, and thank you very much for coming over here, sir. Welcome.
So that would not be more encouraging than to talk about Naksha in the presence of the Honorable Minister looking at urban development. So I think Andhra Pradesh is actually very encouraging and surprising you to have. You started, next slide is about Naksha. If you talk about Naksha and if you have the presence of the Honorable Minister looking at urban development, yesterday there was the Minister of Revenue here, and now your urban development. So both ends of the inaugural session and validity session are well tied up. Welcome, sir, to the last session. But so nice to see a state having both the ministers coming on a program of resurvey. So having said that, I'll just make a presentation, slightly only 15 slides, but about three critical large things we are doing just to apprise the honorable ministers, and also this gathering about what DOLR is doing and what we are trying to achieve. And all of you, we can't do anything on our own. We are just looking at things. So first important thing is the new program last year called Special Assistance to States for Capital Investment. So the Government of India will fund the scheme, implementation of the scheme, will also complement with an incentive. If you do, it's almost like getting a double promotion in a school. So if you do something, you are upgraded to a large amount that comes to you from capital incentive. So first portion of the slide would be about 2024-25, what we designed, how much we got, which state did well, which state that was somewhere in the middle and did not do well, etc. And then I'll talk about the new incentive scheme. I am making the audacity of making that presentation, although the file is still to be cleared by the Honorable Cabinet Minister, but it is almost last. So I'll just give you an idea, not to be quoted, but what 25-26 scheme looks like. I'll just talk about this. So, as you are aware, everybody here, but to apprise the Honorable Minister, we had two capital incentive programs, one for the rural areas and one for the urban areas. And both were 5,000 crore. Rural reforms and great work in urban reforms. And this amount could be utilized by the states on any kind of capital infrastructure, including roads, buildings, bridges, etc., etc. So this was designed. We operationalized this. It came into being on 9th of August 2024. So these are some of the points I was trying to figure out. So one of the idea was that it was an extremely new concept for Revenue Department. It took almost 2 months or 3 months or more to convince the state government that this is different from the DLMP program. This is a there was a constraint of less time, because in February, March, this scheme finished. In August, it was launched. In October, people realized it is a huge program. Secretary of Finances digested the whole thing and started talking. But nevertheless, it strengthened the implementation of the DLMP program. I had an initial balance of around 670 crores when I began the last financial year. Every year we used to spend around 100 to 150 crores. Last year we spent around 300 crores. The balance has come down to 400 crores, and I can happily look towards a new program. Now, initially we told it would be a single installment, but there was a lot of pressure from the Department of Expenditure saying, please, whichever states are eligible, please go ahead and recommend to us. And we kept recommending. And the coordination between Revenue Department in the state and the Finance Department was also an issue. We realized that a lot of them sent a proposal to us, and we told we can only recommend. Department of Land Resources recommends proposal that yes, your quality of land record is good, your maps are good, your registration system is good, your land records are good. We can only recommend. Normally the amounts were agreed by the Department of Expenditure, but the self-op project was supposed to be coming from Secretary of Finance to Department of Expenditure. There was a lot of time lag between that. And what Revenue Minister was talking yesterday, none of the money in most of the states came back to the Department of Land Records and Survey Settlement. Not many. So a lot of states, the Secretary of Revenues were very proactive. They told the Honorable CMs and CS that if we get 400 crores of Government of India, 100 crores will be given to Tehsil office or SRO office or GIS labs. So some states had, but they had informal arrangements to do this. So what happened in this year? I remember all of you kept calling me, the Additional Secretary, Secretary Sir. There was a lot of competition between the states. And also some letters went up and down. I observed the whole thing. But there was a lot of enthusiasm in the states that I want claimant of 200 crores. You are recommending only 50. I have better land records. They went ahead. In 4 months, a lot of states moved very quickly and transformed a lot of good things. So there was a lot of great competition among states. And I have a good WhatsApp group of Secretary of Finance now. So Secretary of Finances were more after my life than Secretary of Revenues to get this money out. So anyway, this is what happened. The end, just to remind you, there were 5 milestones to achieve. One is the Great Resurvey Program of Andhra Pradesh. So subdivide or do survey and get 1,000 crores for large states. Untied just for capital. 600 crore for middle states and 200 crores for small states. Slightly complicated. I'm just revising the last. Everybody has seen this presentation. Only one slide I've taken out. That was the largest incentive, and this incentive survives this year also. You can take 1,000 crore. Some of the states have taken 300, 500 crores, depending on the great amount of. Andhra Pradesh is the leader in getting most of the amount on this program. Tamil Nadu, which is a classical system of maintaining ROR and cadastral maps. Gujarat, which has done a lot of good work, particularly in the category A, milestone 1. Not many. 6 or 7 states could survive the onslaught of scrutiny, but great sense prevailed. So first is the most important. This incentive survives this year also. So that makes this workshop relevant because 1,000 crore is available to every state which can do resurvey exercise this year, which is untied. 600 crores to middle states and 200 to smaller states. Now, second we had done last year was ULPIN generation and georeferencing of all land parcels. We have around 96 crore land parcels in the country. Last year we got ULPIN and georeferencing generated for almost 35 crore land parcel, 30 to 35 crores. 1/3 of the target was achieved just by the push of incentives. So second milestone was very interesting. The third is critical. Now we are doing Naksha, we realize that registration system holds all the key. In urban areas, registration deed becomes like an ownership and possession document. There is no ROR or cadastral map. So we told make the land registry system totally online and paperless and integrate the registration system with land record system. Pre and after the registration process happens. The second point was, please scan your registration deeds, 100-year registration deeds, scan that and create a metadata of all the registration deed that has happened. Legacy document scanning. We are also now funding this, but this was the third milestone. The fourth was basically saturation of land record. Make the document that is available with the government available to the citizen. So make your RORs online, cadastral maps online, make them paperless, etc., etc. The fourth was about the most complicated portion in the revenue department is the revenue court case management system. Make it online, paperless, and trouble citizens less when they want to do inheritance or sale or get their records admitted. So these were the 5 milestones we started with in rural. Some of them have changed. I'll just highlight some of the changes when I go ahead in the presentation. But this is what happened.
So out of the 5,000 crores available with us at that point of time, we could recommend 4,074 crores. So 1,000 crores still went unspent. We did not want to recommend everything because that is like a certificate of tomorrow. We can't say that this was not truly recommended. So 4,000 was recommended. Almost the georeferencing second milestone 1,000 crore, fourth milestone 1,000 crore. These were low-hanging fruits. These were low-hanging fruit. This is work of 10 years that we are trying to incentivize. We should not tell the Department of Expenditure, but they will not agree. But these two milestones were like, nothing will happen if we don't have milestone 2 and milestone 4. Milestone 3, people moved a lot. 615 crores went. This was about registration system, and the momentum has set up in the states. Milestone 5, not much movement. And this is what we are trying to incentivize now. Revenue court case management systems and mutation systems. I see 268 crores only. Milestone 1, most difficult, most money is available there, but only 1,000 crores, only for 6 or 5 states. Early starter Gujarat, last one Andhra Pradesh, and the middle we have Tamil Nadu and others. So if you look at the state-wise, I thought I'll show this slide or not show this slide, but I had the urge to show this slide. But this is the state-wise distribution of amount that has happened. So Andhra Pradesh, actually we are sitting here in Andhra Pradesh, and just because of the first milestone, they have current single ownership of ROR and single cadastral map more than 90%, 94% in the country. All the other states, you can clap for them. I think they deserve a right of apply. We have not seen a state having 94% single. If you have a single record of right, you have a single map. It's like every map in the state has one owner. I think we have not seen. We have 30% single ownership, 40% single ownership, but this is commendable. So Andhra, Madhya Pradesh, second rank. We could have announced this on a platform and given awards and all that, but Madhya Pradesh got second because of the work on Cyber Tehsil and registration. Amazing work on Cyber Tehsil. You can get your online paperless or full ownership registration done today. Today in the evening, you will get WhatsApp with the registration deed on the WhatsApp and on email and SMS. And Cyber Tehsil integration. So Madhya Pradesh got it, and then there are other states. Gujarat is third because of the last 10 years of good work. But they're stuck now. Tamil Nadu, because traditionally they maintain amazing amount of record of rights and cadastral maps. Then Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and I will not read the list, but this is how the states got arranged. The gray is the, don't get worried by Assam particularly, and Tamil Nadu are a effect of gray in the graph. This was recommended but could not be released because it went till the end of March. This was recommended in the last week of March, so this is pending. This will take care the moment the incentive program is done. So you will get it the moment the new ball starts rolling. But therefore I put the graph because this is pending with us. This is pending between us and Department of Expenditure. So the gray graph is, so Assam looks like slightly low right now, but Assam is actually moving towards 5th if you calculate the green. So don't get disappointed. There's a bright team from Assam here. So this is what happened. If you look at the milestones, this gets slightly complicated, but I think I'll skip this. This is very difficult to read from the end, but this is what we released in installments and milestone wise. Very difficult to read this. I'll skip this. But if you look at the milestone wise capture, some of them I have highlight. I know I have limited time. Look at Andhra Pradesh at the bottom. So 397 crore went only for milestone 1, which is great resurvey program. Look at the blue. You will not find this first portion blue in any of the graphs, except Gujarat and some other states. So Andhra got 400 crore just for the good work that they are doing right now, 6,000 villages completed. Second milestone is orange, which is, then there is a registration. So registration system has not behaved great in Andhra Pradesh. And then there is the court case management system, 4 milestones. So I'll leave this slide. We'll upload this slide on the DOLR website. You can have a look at this, but we have also tried to see which state, see Gujarat. Gujarat also has a blue, large first blue. Since you're doing a resurvey work program here, that is coming from past great work that Gujarat did. Gujarat was one of the first states to start. When the Honorable Prime Minister was the Honorable CM of Gujarat, they started this program. So they also got around 324 crore. Not much movement this year, but amazing amount of work on resurvey in the past. Tamil Nadu, 34 crores. And particularly these blues, we scrutinized again and again. My additional secretary, I think, encountered these states after state, and tried to figure out whether it is single owner, double owner, multiple owner, how many people are recorded, how many dead people are in the ROR. Even in the best state, we found 10% dead people in the record of rights. They are not been taken out of the record of rights. So, and then you have, then you don't have any of the states. These are the well-performing states, but in other things they did good work. But the maps are not good. So resurvey has not happened. The ROR and cadastral maps are not good, but they have good systems. Like West Bengal took in 2 milestones. They have a good registration system. They have done good work in revenue court case management system, online paperless, but they are not making the main bedrock very strong. The bedrock is milestone 1. So just to give you a glimpse, I'm not going to state by state because there is limited time. So you can see the graphs again. So this is all orange, and so these are the easier milestone to get. Orange and the lighter orange, or whatever you call it, color, are basically easy milestones. So every state maximized profits in those incentives and got something. And there was encouragement among states. Georeferencing and ULPIN generation was easiest. Let us do it and get some amount. So a lot of states did that. Assam, again, Assam has got, I think, not in the initial blue. They have not. They are on the way, but they have not completed. But amazing systems of revenue court, almost 100 crore. The whole incentive went to them. Totally online, totally paperless. They just launched. I think I saw a scramble in Assam. Assam had nothing in August. In February, they made sure that all the SROs go online and paperless. All the tehsildars, SDMs have online courts and paperless system, and both are integrated with each other. So they maximize the profit there because resurvey work was cumbersome, but they got a huge amount of, the only state I think which has completed, got 100 crores in revenue court case system, totally online, totally paperless, totally integrated with land record, and totally integrated with registration system. And to cover that up, we never told that, but also have a blockchain technology. They are the only state which have end-to-end blockchain technology on all the online systems. So you can't tamper any document at any point of time. So moving ahead, then there's easy ones. So orange are important. Like Tripura has got a lot of small state, but a lot of amount only in the oranges. But this is what has happened. So around 4,000 crore we recommended. We could get around 3,700 crore release from the Department of Expenditure. Now we are right in time because we are launching the program within this week. I think the file is with the Honorable Minister. It should be cleared. We will be launching this, but what the program looks like. So 5,000 crore this year is exactly the replica of the program we wrote in last year. So in urban Naksha program, which is only 200 odd crores, we have a 5,000 crore. Like Honorable Minister was saying yesterday, we don't have a program like this kind in Government of India. 200 crore original program, but if you do implement 200 crore program, you get 5,000 crore incentive. This is the only program of its kind. So in Naksha urban program, we have categorized the cities into 4 kinds: 2 lakh population and above, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 50,000 to 1 lakh, and less than 50,000. And we are taking small towns, 35 square kilometer and less, 2 lakh population and less, 150 Naksha towns, right? I'll slide on Naksha also, some of the constraints we are facing. So if you look at the milestones, if you do aerial flying, which is complete right now, as per my understanding, in 75 cities out of 152, almost half the cities flying is complete. So they would all become eligible. I might run short of money if this whole thing is implemented. So first milestone is about aerial survey and mapping, including feature extraction. The software should be loaded into MPSCDC platform. For every city, you get so much amount, depending on what kind of city you have chosen in Naksha program. So this is, I think, up for grabs. Then slightly longest portion, when you take out your rovers, when you encounter the community, go to every house, measure the land parcel, use AI, ML, whatever you want to do, but convince the people that this is the registration deed you have, this is the record we have, this is the property tax you pay, you are the owner, and this is the flat you own. And you give him a card called URPRO card. The guidelines are there in your table. The standard operating procedure is also published and is also available online. So that is the second. Third, we want to achieve this year because this is a 1-year program and it's been reviewed at the highest level. Is we need to complete this program, and some of the states we find struggling with right now, to name few, West Bengal and Jharkhand, etc., are not making sense of Naksha. But the third is, please invite claims and disputes and settle them and publish the final map for the whole city. If you do all the 3, and if you are a category A city, you get around 90 crores. to use on infrastructure in the town, in the cities of the country. So this is the 3 stages. I call it map 1, map 2, map 3. So map 1 is aerial survey and mapping being done by Survey of India and the vendors. Some of them are complicated. We will get 3D imagery of the town. We'll also get slope, elevation, terrain, oblique pictures. So 3D, you can see all the buildings that is being developed. Then field survey and then claim and dispute resolution. So this milestone is available this year also, as it was last year. We admitted some of the claims last year, but we could not. By the time we recommended, it was already a closed chapter. So this is the flow. So large city 90 crores, population 1 to 2 lakh 75 crores, 60 and 30 crores. Capital program, you can do anything in the city with this program, street, any capital infrastructure, buildings, roads, sewerage system, whatever you want to do in the city. Now coming to rural. So in rural, category of the states is same, the sizes of the states are same. We have changed the incentives this year. So first incentive is the same, subdivision and resurvey, same amounts also. It is exactly the same program. ULPIN and georeferencing we have kept, but we have added more value. As was told yesterday by Secretary Sir, now we want, ROR only has name. Those days are gone. When you in a village, you have a name in the land record and people know whose land it is. So we want to have Aadhaar number, we want to have mobile number, we also want to have address of the person concerned. Just seed them, and a lot of states were telling me yesterday that we already have, so we can move very quickly on this. I'll open slides for this. Third is, we want to continue the good work on land registry and cross integration. We also want to continue and increase our work on revenue court case management system. So first milestone remains the same. I will not read it, but it is same. So 1,000 crores if you have complete resurvey, proportion to the number of villages you complete. So Andhra completed 6,000 out of 16,000 villages. They got a proportion of the amount. So all the states, whatever village, so please don't take the whole state. As Sir was saying, don't take it, don't be over adventurous. Maybe take few easy districts, few easy tehsils, use some technology, whether by satellite imagery or by drone, or by TSG, GPS in the mountains, as we had a presentation on Ladakh, and complete the program. So that was the first milestone. The second is Aadhaar seeding, consent-based and authentication, mobile address seeding, and standardization of ROR. The last one is important because we have now made a standard pro forma for ROR and cadastral map. If you follow the same system and same Aadhaar, we will get incentive under this program. So incentive amount is increased, and mobile and address linkage. This is same as last year. Make the registry process completely online and paperless, and integrate with land records, and do the legacy document scanning and creation of metadata. Amounts have increased. If you see the amount, they have increased now in this milestone. This is important. This did not have much takers last year, but this is very heavily incentivized. So 200 plus 100, 300 crores if you make the modern. So Assam, which had claimed last year, I think the claim is gone. This year the claims are slightly larger. But please do sale, inheritance, boundary dispute, fact-based inquiry, make it more administrative than judicial, the revenue courts. Timely and time-bound disposal of all cases, and appointment will be of exclusive officers to look only at revenue court cases, and appeal, review, revision should be much less. Otherwise, cases go on for 10 years like judicial courts. Okay. So last slide on this, and then one slide on Naksha. 5,000 crore for each program. 31st March 2026 is the deadline this year for submitting of claims. It is on first come, first serve basis. If the money finishes quickly, the money finishes. It has to be used for infrastructure. Land records, as the Honorable Revenue Minister was saying yesterday, land records and settlement and survey, Department of Infrastructure should be included in the program. And this time the program is linked to AgriStack program. So you can do work here or there and claim here or there. And in AgriStack, if you generate Farm ID and Farmer ID, half incentive you will get. Half incentive you will get only if you do integration into record of rights. So we'll expand this program as we go. Now last slide about Naksha is I'll just repeat, we had a meeting. Please start procuring rovers and complete the process. Maps are coming to you very quickly. So please complete the rover procurement. Some of the states have 3,000 rovers, some of the states have 0 rovers. And you need rovers to start doing urban ground truthing. So please buy your rovers. Urban local body teams, with the current teams in urban local bodies, urban local department and revenue department, you will not be able to do it. Please hire private surveyors, please hire private companies to do it for you. So that is important. Look at your registration deed, property tax and land record data and keep them ready to be digested in Naksha. Naksha is a one-year program, so cities which will do it quickly would be, we have a platform being built up. Survey of India, group director level coordination is important, and awareness and EIC. So that was a recap about Naksha and the incentive program. So thank you so much. Thank you for this hearing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation, sir. Now, may I invite our respected Sri Manoj Joshi ji, Secretary, Department of Land Resources. Concluding remarks will be given by sir, and I invite him to present his concluding remarks. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Honorable MOS, Minister for Urban Development in Government of Andhra Pradesh, my colleagues, and all the officers from the state governments. It's a good discussion in last 1.5 days. We learned a lot about what each state is doing. In sitting in DOLR, we have a much better idea about what states are doing. So, but I think for people in the states, it's a good exposure as to what is happening across the country. Normally, Revenue Department is like Kuए ka Mendak. Have no idea what is happening in the rest of the country. It's such a state-centric department. So it's a good exposure as to what's happening in the rest of the country. Survey, I think just as Kunal has explained, we are trying to nudge the states with the incentive amounts to move in the direction in which we want states to move. And we are changing the goalposts also in a lot of areas, like the quality of land records. The incentive was being explained. Initially we said we will give states 1,000 crore rupees for good quality land records. When the states started making claim, Tamil Nadu first made a claim, our land records are excellent. MP also made a claim, our land records are excellent. Then the question came as to what is a good quality land record. So then we started digging into each state, and as Kunal said, there were states with 30% dead people. There are states with 60% accounts having a joint account. Like Himachal made a claim that they should be given incentive. While in Himachal, in a lot of survey numbers, the 100 people names are written in one survey number. So ROR has 100 joint owners, and average is 20 joint owners or 10 joint owners. Now that cannot be called as a good land record. So Andhra model, where say 90% of the people have a single account. Single or wife joint is fine, but otherwise it's not that the 3 generations everyone's name is in the single ROR and no subdivision has happened. Then it cannot be called as a good land record. So Andhra has done more than 90%. So then we put a saying that if you have achieved the 80% single owner, then we can call it as a good land record. Less than that, it's something you need to do more. You can't force people, but you have to do. Other area which we have changed the goalpost is revenue court management system. We realize that the mess in land records which we are in, it's because we have not done mutations. And the process of mutation has become so complicated in the country. If you are selling the whole land and someone is buying it, you register it, then the mutation is easy because there is no subdivision involved. Registration has happened. But say within if there are 10 joint account holders and subdivision has not happened, that mutation never happens. And in a lot of states, mutation only happens in the record of right, never happens in the map. So mutation process, if there are 5 parties in one, and one party says that I do not agree for subdivision, then you can't subdivide the land. So if I am a joint owner with a lot of people, if they don't agree, I can't get my land mutated. That is the system in India. And with the advocates, with the Tehsildars, SDMs being busy with adjournments, we have made our revenue code system as bad as judicial system. I hope no one will take a contempt case because of that. But judicial system, yeah, if you, in India, why land disputes are still less, while people have concerns, is because they know if they go to court, it will take 20 years. Even if you, mutation, if you try, in India, if one of the parties is not agreeing, it takes at least 5 to 10 years to get mutation done. So we want mutation system to get simplified. Revenue court system is mainly mutation system or a boundary dispute. What else is there in revenue court? And we have created such a large revenue court system which is not working. So we want revenue court system to get modified, and like MP has done for the cyber tehsil, a simple administrative process in which parties apply, you get Patwari's report, based on that Patwari you give that report to everyone, and whatever parties give written submission, based on that take a decision. There is no need for hearings and court processes and advocates to appear. So any state which does that, 200 crore rupees incentive is there. We are issuing the guidelines also on that as what we want. So there is a changing of goalposts which we are undertaking. Similarly, Naksha was a system which we started based on what Swamit did actually, that central government drives the process. It's not just the funding it, we are driving the process. Similarly in resurvey, we want to drive the process like Naksha, that we would set the entire system and get the drone flying, get you the ORIs, get you the feature extraction from the private vendors, and then you do the field verification. We will provide the software so that, like, there are enthusiastic states like Andhra and all who are doing things on their own, but there are a lot of states where things get stuck. Either the political will is not there, they are not interested, why to open a Pandora's box, or the officers are not interested, revenue departments are so busy in handling government land management and allotment systems. So people are not on lethargy, or the Patwari posts or village officers posts, there are 3,000 posts and probably 70% are lying vacant. In a lot of states, the 70-80% or 50% posts are lying vacant. Staff is not there. So we would drive the process. Honorable MOS and Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji both have shown keen interest in improving our land record management system in the country, and we have full support. This is an area which everyone feels. When I was meeting UP CM and pitched for this, he said UP में तो सारे जो झगड़े हैं ये सब लैंड के कारण ही होते हैं, लैंड इतना रिकॉर्ड इतना खराब है, ये अगर हम ठीक कर लें तो ये जितनी फौजदारी जितने क्रिमिनल सिविल केस हो रहे हैं सब बंद हो जाएंगे. So everyone recognizes this, but it's not easy to move in this. And the prime area of difficulty which I can see in most of the states is human resource. We do not have adequate staff. That's one problem. We do not plan of hiring private staff either on contract or through service providers. We have not been able to work it out. Whichever state works it out, like Andhra, they did it in Axis, but whichever state has been able to work out, like Assam has been able to work it out at the state level, but at the village level, there is a problem. They don't have the staff. Like we discussed Haryana, they have the Patwaris, but something else is missing. So the staff part, I think HR part, we need to plan properly and work on that. I'm sure if we take care of HR, funding is adequate in India. There's no dearth of funding for such a low-cost item. Low-cost, high-effort item is survey or land records. It doesn't cost really much. That's why we are giving so much of incentive, because we know the cost of doing it is very low. So let's work on that. We realized in Government of India also that we have a HR problem. We are trying to do a lot of things, but we don't have the staff. And the ministry staff is there only for 5 years. So there's no system memory in the ministry. We have no organization which is supporting us. So tomorrow when me and Kunal and we people go, no system memory would be left in the department unless the next people also take interest. So we have a serious HR problem. We have created a PMU. So about 15-20 people would be there in that, but still we don't have the organization. So we were talking to Survey of India that Survey of India, can we convert them from, can they in over a period of 3-4 years, from being a survey doing agency for the whole country, can they start getting into the land records issues and develop expertise and become our support office? And then we can provide much more support to the states. At present, we are not able to provide much support to the states or analyze what is not working in the state and then tell Chief Secretary or CM as to take care of this. The department is not able to manage, they don't have the staff, or they have not been able to do this and that. We don't have the manpower to engage with the states so much. So we also need to take care of our HR issues. You also need to take care of HR issues. But yeah, we are under leadership of our ministers, we are providing you the path. We'll take you along the path. We'll fund you along the path. But yeah, we could drag you also along the path. But we'll make sure that whatever targets we are setting, all of us together are able to achieve that. Thank you.
Now, I humbly request our Honorable Minister, Sir, Municipal Administration, Urban Development, Urban Water Supply, Urban Planning and Housing, and CRDA, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, you please give us a small address towards this meet. Shri Punguru Narayanaji to come forward and to address this meet. Welcome, sir.
I wish a very good afternoon to the Honorable Union Minister for State, Sri Pamasani Chandrasekhar Garu, Sri Manoj Joshi Ji, Secretary DOLR, Sri Shyam Kumar, Director DOLR, Sri Kunal Satirji, Joint Secretary DOLR, and other dignitaries. Viksit Bharat 2047 by Government of India under Prime Minister of Sri Narendra Modi Ji and Swarnandhra 2047 under our beloved Chief Minister Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu have set the path for India and AP towards transforming into fully developed societies by 2047. The Naksha project, which is one of the reforms, is expected to improve urban governance and transparency and will also boost the economy and improve the ease of doing business. Out of 152 ULBs selected across the nation for this pilot project, 10 ULBs from the state of Andhra Pradesh. They are Kuppam, Ongole, Anantapuram, Guntur, Nellore, Kurnool, Kakinada, Mangalagiri, Tadepalli, Yelur, and Tirupati municipalities and municipal corporations. The entire pilot project cost of 194 crores is being borne by the center, and we are grateful to the Government of India for this support and selecting maximum number of ULBs from Andhra Pradesh. Within these 10 ULBs selected from AP, a total area of 524 square kilometers is targeted for aerial survey, and nearly 9.5 lakh properties will be mapped and digitized. The project requires close coordination between Government of India departments, Survey of India and State of Andhra Pradesh and the selected ULBs. While Government of India and Survey of India will provide the overall guidance and technical execution, such as aerial surveys, survey equipment and training, the state government and its ULBs shall have to take care of field survey, data integration, digitization and IEC. I am sure with such constant support from Government of India, the 10 ULBs selected from Andhra Pradesh will successfully complete all the pilot project milestones within the timelines. 8 out of 10 ULBs, Kuppam, Ongole, Anantapuram, Guntur, Nellore, Kurnool, Kakinada, Tirupati have completed aerial survey. Aerial survey is going on in Elur and will soon commence in Mangalagiri Tadepalli Corporation. Ground truthing has started in 3 ULBs. They are Kuppam, Ongole and Anantapuram. For the remaining ULBs, ground truthing will commence as soon as final images are received from Survey of India. In the 3 ULBs where ground truthing has started, the process has been completed for nearly 6,000 government properties and is in good progress. I am also happy to share that out of 166 rovers which are required in these 10 ULBs for conducting ground truthing, 158 rovers have been deployed and are kept ready. We have also formed 643 ground verification teams for this process in these 10 ULBs. We are also at an advanced stage of keeping the GIS application ready. Once the ground truthing is completed, we will take up integration with the existing database such as property tax records. We are expecting the Naksha project will demonstrate improved urban governance, planning and regulations, effective tax management, and also help in reducing legal complications over property disputes in urban areas. Naksha will also boost real estate development through clear titles and reducing risks in projects. It will also help banks and financial institutions for timely clearness and investment and improve ease of doing business. I would like to assure you that my department is giving high priority for this project to make it successful and will closely be working with all the stakeholders at the state as well as Government of India level. Thanking you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind remarks, sir. Now it is the time to hear from the most awaited, precious voice of this workshop. We are truly honored to have your insights and kind observations, sir. Let us invite our Honorable Union Minister, Sri Chandrasekhar ji. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I have to go through so many meetings and these speeches for 2 days. It's not easy, but for your patience, not only flying from across the country, sitting here, listening to other people and other successful states, I really wanted to thank you for all of you, each one of you, for doing this. That's number one. Number two, I hope they served good breakfast and a dinner last night. They told me you got a chance to enjoy all types of Andhra Pradesh breakfast, idli, dosas, all those varieties. And I hope you take those memories with you as you go back to your states. And then I also wanted to congratulate all the states that have been doing an excellent work, and all the states that have shown interest to do the best work. So by sitting together and learning the best practices, you have a renewed interest, motivation, enthusiasm, and the drive to complete these records in a timely manner. As Kunal ji and my secretary Manohar Joshi ji have mentioned earlier, this is a time-bound program, incentive-based program. Government of India, Modi ji, giving the money for the work that you're supposed to do. And all the expenses for doing the work is being borne by the central government. So there is no reason for not doing this. Yesterday, this is especially important for communities, women, and tribal people. And And if we want to be, as my respected Minister, Urban Minister Sri Narayan Garu has said, if we truly want to be 2047 Viksit Bharat, a developed country, we must do these things, right? Without, developed countries have done this years and years back. And with given our diversity and our administrative problems, I understand we're taking a little longer, but I hope within the next few years we'll continue to get to the 100% saturation. Once again, I want to congratulate Karnataka for being 100% ground truthing, and Assam doing settlement of the previously unsettled lands, and for Rajasthan coming up with high resolution 40 centimeter satellite imagery. And obviously, I'm so proud of my own state, Andhra Pradesh, under our Honorable Chief Minister, my political guru, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and able ministers, Narayan Garu, and then Satyaprasad Garu, who you got to know yesterday, and all the administration for doing a tremendous work within 10 months and taking a lion's share of incentive. And Bihar, as well as Odisha, for doing citizen empowerment, community engagement, and Haryana developing highly transparent land record system, and Tripura doing first and second revisional surveys. So this first phase is about 3 lakh kilometers out of the 50 lakh square kilometers that we have planned. And I hope this conference will showcase the India's collaborative federalism, the true strength of our country, and with the work, we will have accurate, updated, and accessible records, and Government of India for policy, technology, funding, and all the standard operating procedures. And I wish you good luck and safe travels to your respective states. Once again, thank you, one and all. Oh, one last thing. I really wanted to thank my team for organizing this whole thing and making a successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious speech. And now, your attention, please. All the officers from the various states have attended here, and we request you all to be here after the completion of, to have a group photo along with all the officials and dignitaries. So I request all the officers after completion of this program. Before that, I invite Shri Shyam Kumarji, Director, DOLR, to come forward to deliver his vote of thanks on this occasion. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all. I take this opportunity to extend vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Land Resources, Government of India. As we come to the conclusion of this enriching two-day national workshop on survey and resurvey, I sincerely hope it has been a valuable and insightful learning experience for all. At the outset, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Minister, State Rural Development and Communication, Government of India, for his vision, encouragement, and gracious support in enabling us to organize this important national workshop in Guntur. I would like to thank Honorable Urban Development Minister, Government of Andhra Pradesh, for his gracious presence. My sincere thanks to Sri Manoj Joshi, sir, Secretary, Department of Land Resources, for his constant guidance and leadership, for which have been instrumental in shaping the direction of this initiative. I also extend my deep appreciation to Sri Kunal Satyarthi, Joint Secretary, sir, for his spearheading the organizing this workshop and ensuring this success. A special thanks to all the officers from various states and union territories who traveled to Guntur and actively participated in the deliberations. I would like to appreciate the effort of officers from Assam, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Ladakh, and Haryana who are leading the resurvey works in their state and for sharing their experience and valuable perspectives. Your contribution and commitment have played a crucial role in fulfilling the objective of this workshop. I would like to thank our key technical partners, Survey of India, MPSCDC, and the Center of Excellence for joining in person. My sincere appreciation goes to Government of Andhra Pradesh for graciously hosting this event in Guntur. The hospitality extended to us has been exceptionally seamless and deeply appreciated. I trust that everyone had a memorable and comfortable stay here. I also extend my thanks to all my colleagues from the Department of Land Resources for their dedication and tireless efforts behind the scene. Thank you all once again for making this workshop a meaningful and successful gathering. Let us continue working together to modernize and strengthen land administration in our country. Thank you.
And now I request the officers from the DOLR department. So you please come first, sir, so that we can have a group photo, and later we will invite the other teams. Please make it a little faster, sir. And don't forget to bring your smiles also. Please welcome. Now I request the Andhra Pradesh team to come forward to take a photograph. Please welcome. Statewide, first Andhra Pradesh team, and then be ready, Bihar. All teams, please. Thank you very much for making this wonderful meeting in a fruitful manner. We could complete this. Requested all state representatives to come forward to have a photograph now. All directors also are requested to come forward, sir. Please welcome. All state representatives and directors to have a beautiful and permanent memory for us. From Guntur, you are taking this back to your places. It's a pleasant one, maybe pleasant one.